In the Morelos Mountains, campesinos are planting their fields, where the ghost of Zapata rides a horse that can still outrun the wheel. High in the sky above and clear outside is the free Mexican Air Force flying tonight. Well, there in Kentucky, a cowgirl is cooling her heels, remembering that God gave us herbs and the fruits of the field. But a criminal law that makes outlaws of those seeking life make the free Mexican Air Force Mescalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight, flying so high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How strange an innocent herb causes money to burn. They'll jail you or kill you for making those rich fat cats squirm. But nothing can stop us, my vision is clearly in sight. And the free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. While we smoking colitas, federales are loading their guns, blowing smoke from their six-shooters, spinning their barrels for fun. Contrabandistas, banditos of light, we're the free Mexican Air Force, and we're flying tonight. And high in the hills we are harvesting sweet sensimilla. The law wants it all, 'cause they think the wild we can free us. Freedom for us is a prison for the rulers of might. That's why the free Mexican Air Force, Mescalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. Everybody flying so high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Flying tonight.
Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toker too. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Hey, where you at?
Ha, yeah, capping in your rassing boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting them fights on the table. Calling that Boston since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke a hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toker too. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the peak. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out man, Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the pan. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandwich. Bruce pass me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Let me turn this down just a bit. So it doesn't, there we go. So it doesn't interfere with the broadcast here. We like to keep a little music happening in the background there. The Toker 2. I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor, man. The seeds. I'm enjoying something that grew in my backyard all summer. We harvested it on Monday, and it's not quite dry to roll a blunt or anything good, but it's okay for the Toker 2. Nice fresh domestic. I mean, it's kind of like it's like the corn you grow in the backyard, you know. It's sticky. Damn. Look at this, man. This shit is like glue. Well, anyway, it's very, very sticky. Very tasty. Very, very nice over here. You know, today, I'm taking a chance on a Friday night at prime time. I don't know if I'm overstepping my bounds. It's YouTube, man, and I hope I'm not stepping on anyone's toes this evening. I want to come on here and talk about one of my favorite heavyweight champs that I watched, man. I watched his whole career. His name was Mike Hercules Weaver. He didn't like the Hercules tag. He was built like a fucking brick shit house. No PEDs. You know, I wasn't with him in the locker room, but the demeanor, talking to him, just listening to him. I'm sorry, I've never spoken to him. I heard him on a panel not long ago. But man, Mike Weaver, great heavyweight boxer, man. And he was kind of like the underachiever, the overachiever. I don't know what you kind of call it, but he had a rough start to his career. Get myself right here, man. A couple more, and we'll shout out everybody that came in the room, man. Because you know I appreciate you cats coming in here, man. I appreciate you so much for coming in here, especially on a Friday night, prime time, man. Prime time. So, man, I definitely want to shout out you, man. Maybe you could get 10 people in here already, man. That's very cool. I appreciate that. Hit that thumbs up, as they say. Keep the algorithms going. Let's throw one paw for that one. All right, man. Let's shout out who came in here before we start talking about my man Mike Weaver, Mike Hercules Weaver, Mark Nash, man. Appreciate you in here, Mark Nash, man. Thank you for coming by, brother. Cooking with Sir Senior. Shout out, my man. Peace. My brother Skywalker, man. Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure to see you. 86 Boxing, bro. Salute, man. Salute. Thomas Jones, thank you for coming by, my brother. Peace. Andre Southgate, man. Shout out to you, brother. Peace, man. Peace. Nick M's Classic Boxing Channel, man. I'm sure you've shown a few Mike Weaver fights on there, my brother. We're gonna dig a couple up here, man, and we're gonna basically go over his career because he had Mike Weaver was my kind of fighter, bro, man. I was reading about him back in the late '70s in Ring Magazine, and he was a West Coast fighter. The West Coast, they kind of had their own champions out there, and Mike Weaver certainly was a great West Coast fighter. 3:34 in the morning. That's not even in the morning. That's at night. That's around the time I get into my sleep, close my eyes. But man, God bless you. I know what it is, bro. You gotta make that cake, bro. I understand it 100%, man. Jellybean 4280, my brother. Thank you for coming by. BK, peace with you, my man. Peace with you. All right, man. Let me go into my way back over here. We'll talk a little bit about Mike Weaver. He was born on June 13, 1951. A couple of years before I was born. He was he had quite a family, man. I think he had a bunch of brothers, 8 brothers. Let me see here, man. I'm gonna have to go back and look at this. I know he had a huge family. Eight brothers and 4 sisters. He was born in Gatesville, Texas. And when he was 2 years old, his dad was an auto mechanic. He brought the whole family down to yes sir. We're gonna be showing that one. That was a favorite of mine. He brought the whole family to Southern California. And Mike was an athlete. He was built bad. And you know what I can tell that I don't think he was on performance enhancing drugs because he had 3 brothers, Lloyd, Floyd, and who's the other one's name? But anyway, the triplets, and they boxed too, and they were all built just like Mike. And they were all very, very quiet, very humble. Mike was a very religious man. He quoted the Bible a lot. Con Shawnery, salute, bro, salute. He came to in high school, man. Mike was he ran the 100-yard dash in 9.8. He could do a long jump of 25 feet. And he was an outstanding fullback. He was given a scholarship. To go to Mount St. Anton College in Texas, but instead he decided to join the Marine Corps. When he was in high school, the recruiters came a-calling, and they said to him, they only take the toughest and the strongest. And Mike Weaver, he was he couldn't refuse a challenge. So then went his professional football career, his college football career. And Mike was in the Army, in the Marines. I'm sorry. He volunteered for Vietnam, and he said at the time it seemed like the thing to do. In interviews, he saw combat, but he never mentioned it. He kind of shrugs it off, and he moves on to something else. But there's a very interesting story. While he was at Camp Lejeune, I'm sure everybody hears about Camp Lejeune. Now, Andrew Charles, salute to you, bro. We hear about Camp Lejeune, and he was at the NCO club, man. He was at the NCO club, and another dude, another Marine, and him were heading for the jukebox at the same time. And they got there at the exact same time, and Mike wanted to play his tunes, and this cat wanted to play his tunes, and push come to shove, and the dude threw a shot at Mike. Mike ducked, and he knocked him out with a fucking left hook. And come to find out that that this dude was the camp boxing heavyweight boxing champ, the Marine heavyweight boxing champ from Camp Lejeune. And Camp Lejeune is huge. You're hearing about it now. Boxing fans, salute, brother. You're hearing about Camp Lejeune now because of the water contamination. There's all kind of lawyers involved in a huge class action, multi-billion-dollar suit. But Mike Weaver was there at that time too, so maybe he's involved in that. I hope he gets some money, whatever, man. But anyway, man. All of a sudden, the coach of the Marine Corps, the coach of Camp Lejeune, came looking for Mike Weaver, and he had himself a little amateur career going. The problem was he was overmatched. He didn't have much of an amateur career. He jumped right into the pros, and he was overmatched from the beginning. And then he's the first one to admit he didn't train. He says if the fight went more than 3 rounds, he was in trouble. Hey, Remy, my brother, salute to you, man. Peace. Thank you for coming by, bro. Remy, check out Remy's stuff. Remy puts out some good stuff lately, man. He's trying to work his way up to Nick M's classic boxing. I don't know if he's going to get there, but, man, he does a hell of a job, man. Shout out to Remy. You want to see some good fights, and he leans a lot on the Spanish, on the Julio Cesar Chavez, De La Hoya's, man. I've seen him show some great fights in there, and check out Remy's channel. But, yeah, Weaver was, he was a very unmotivated heavyweight when he started. And he worked as a sparring partner for Ali and for Ken Norton. Ken Norton's the one that gave him the nickname Hercules. He didn't like that. Bernardo Mercado, yes sir, man. Another good fight, bro. Another fight where Weaver came back, and we're gonna go through his career too, man. We're gonna talk about his fights. If you're still with me here, man, I appreciate it, because this is the cat that I saw the replay. I didn't see the fight as it happened. The fight with Larry Holmes, and we'll work our way through that. I don't want to get ahead of myself over here. Enjoy a few of these. It's a Friday evening. My wife went to bed early. She's been doing it lately. She's not feeling too good, man. I hope she's okay, man. And say a prayer for her out there, man. Say a prayer for Electro Jed, man. His dog got killed yesterday. And, man, I love animals, but I love people more. In the way I saw the hurt in Electro Jed, my heart went out to him, bro. My heart went out to him. So, get yourself another dog. Mr. Doc, look in your email, brother. Nobody gets out of here alive. Animals, humans, whatever, man. But it's very hard when you lose something that's attached to you like that. Yeah. All right, man. Let me get back to my man Mike Weaver. Got Doctor said he emailed me back. Let me take a quick look at my email here. We play little games here, There's nothing here. Oh, I didn't put a fucking. Wow. All right, Mr. Doc. Let me get right on that, man. Let me get right on that. Doc has been kind of a co-host here with me, man, when I've been doing these fights. Because Doc's a great boxing mind. And I get in trouble when I drop links out there, so I'm gonna email this to my man Doc out there. I sent one to Chad and to George too, man. I hope they got theirs. Maybe I should do it again. Let's see here. We got GE, go right to George. MA, go right to Mad Chad. And let's see, who else will we invite here? Nobody. Just these three. And we'll see if that gets out there. But if they come, they come. If not, they don't. Because a lot of times I don't expect anybody to come on here. This is This is just Bruce Gas doing his thing over here. Dog Day Afternoon. Hey, never saw you here before, bro. Shout out, man. Appreciate you coming here. But yeah, man, let's get back to our brother. Let's get back to Mike Hercules Weaver. And like I said, man, he was training in Los Angeles, but he just didn't have the heart. He didn't have it. He was going to quit 3 times. And 3 times Ken Norton talked him out of it. He told him he had the potential to be a world champion. He said, you just won't train, bro. You just won't train. And, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know if he didn't see the money in it. He didn't see the future. He just didn't have that oomph-ah. But then he was sparring at the Hoover Street Gym in Los Angeles. And he was managed by Don Manuel. This is how Don Manuel picked him up. Don Manuel gets a phone call. He says, hey, you got to come down here, man. Boss Man Jones. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Boss Man Jones. Sandwich, how are you? Good afternoon. Where are you, Sandwich, man? It's evening here. And afternoon, you're probably in Australia or somewhere, huh? Shout out, man. I appreciate you coming in here. So anyway, man, you know, he knocked out this dude, Boss Man Jones. He's never been knocked out. It says device not connected, Doc. No, I can't let you in here. Not that I won't let you in here. I can't let you in here. There you go. You're in here now. All right, man. Here we go. Here's my buddy, Mr. Doc, who's gonna come up here and join me for a little Mike Weaver talk around here, man. How are you, Doc?
Yo, we got around the technical difficulties. What's up?
Yo, my brother. Yo. I'm just talking about Mike Weaver. We're gonna show a couple of fights, man, and you know, that's what we like to do around here. You know that, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No PEDs needed, bro. You got that right, boxing fan.
So, okay, where are you going? Are you going to start?
Well, I kind of started. I'm just going to finish what my little up to that point thing right here. See now, Doc, you've heard of Boss Man Jones, right?
I've heard the name. Yes, I've heard the name.
Well, he was a West Coast fighter, tough guy. Nobody knocked him out. But anyway, Mike Weaver knocked him out in a sparring session with pillows on his hands. And Don Manuel, big trainer in the West Coast, he goes running to the gym. He says, "Who the fuck is Mike Weaver?" And that was kind of like when he joined the Marine Corps. Don Manuel made him an offer he didn't refuse. And Mike Weaver, all of a sudden, he had a manager. He was a professional boxer, and he had a little bit of guidance going on. But he was still lazy, and he fought Stan Ward and Leroy Jones. They were standard names on the West Coast back in the day. In fact, Leroy Jones fought Larry Holmes on the
I know Stan Ward. I know he fought Kenny Norton.
What was that again, brother?
Stan Ward fought Kenny Norton.
Yes. And Leroy Jones, he fought Larry Holmes on the same card that.
Yeah.
That our boy Weaver knocked out John Cade on that card. And anyway, man, he got beat by Stan Ward and Leroy Jones. And then on the when he went back to the dressing room, fucking Don Manuel went nuts because he just quit in the fight. I mean, after 3 rounds, he was gassed, and he basically quit in the fight. And fucking Don Manuel said, "Get out of here! I don't want to see you again. You're not worth it. You're a bum." Kind of like Mickey said to Rocky. And while Dan Manuel was walking out, Mike Weaver said, "I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. Can I come back?" And since then, there was only one loss, and that was to Larry Holmes. He went on a 5-fight winning streak. But up until that time, man, nobody knew who he was, and he was put in a fight with Larry Holmes. The networks wouldn't take it because the records were so shabby. I think Weaver was fucking 20. I mean 18. So yeah, let me look through what his record was. I know it was very mediocre. Weaver had a record when he fought Larry Holmes. His record was 19-8, and Larry was 30-0, and nobody would take it. But there was a new network, a new kid on the block, and then there was HBO, and they took it. Nobody had HBO. Maybe 10,000 people in the United States, if that. It was a real a new thing. But they got into boxing. They took that fight with Larry Holmes, and it turned out to be an amazing fight, bro. I mean, let's see if we can dig that one up, because that's a favorite, man. You do recall that one, Doc, don't you?
Absolutely. Weaver did a lot better than people expected.
Oh, way better than people expected. Way better.
I feel like, to your point, that's kind of along the lines of the timeline you laid out, right? How he started out, let's just say you use the word lazy. Kenny Norton called him and said, "Hey, you're lazy, you won't train," right? He cut right around the time he fought Larry, he turned that corner and was taking it serious.
Yes. And well, his manager told him, Don Manuel, he said it's going to be my way or the highway. You're going to have to hit the road. You're going to have to start doing road work. Weaver himself said his conditioning, he'd run a block and he'd turn around and walk back home. But yeah, and he was put in here with Larry Holmes. Like I said, none of the networks would even touch it. And that was the day of ABC, NBC, CBS, free television. It was, it was just unprecedented. They didn't want a heavyweight championship of the world. I mean, what is this? And they gave us a barn burner like this.
Oh, is it? Oh, I can't remember his name. This is that crazy ring announcer where he like draws out their names and shit. This guy was a trip.
Yeah, Holmes didn't expect it. Nobody expected it. Weaver was known as a quitter. He was known as a hell of an athlete. Had a hell of a punch on him, but somebody like Larry Holmes, with the brains Larry had, Larry could stay away from him, and nobody gave this fight a second thought. But man, oh man, did Mike Weaver. 20-8. Okay, I had 19-8. What's a fight, hey Doc?
Right. Still, the point remains 8 losses. I mean, it's
basically,
you know what I mean.
It's unprecedented. It's, in this day and age, if they were to put one of our heavyweight champions in with a fighter with 8 losses, I mean, basically that's what Tyson Fury wants to do. He's looking for that tune-up fight.
Yeah, you beat me to it. I was about to say, well, no, Bruce, that is happening.
Yeah. But this is the fight that it boosted Mike Weaver. It gave Mike Weaver a lot of prestige.
Oh yeah, this is a classic example of a fighter's name getting bigger in defeat.
Mm-hmm. He made the cover of a lot of the boxing mags after this. The Boxing Illustrated, Ring Magazine. I don't know if it was on Ring Magazine, Knockout Magazine, but everybody. He was considered after this fight the 3rd best heavyweight. John Tate was coming up, and I remember when he fought Scott Ledoux for the U.S. Championship, USBA. But here we go, man. Here we go. Larry Holmes on his toes, bouncing up and down. He's expecting nothing from Mike Weaver. He's expecting an easy fight. But Weaver, I mean, he was just always looked like he was in tip-top condition. But looks can be deceiving. He was a genetically gifted boxer. Like I said earlier, I heard that he never lifted weights. I heard that from his own mouth. I know it's almost obvious that he never took steroids. just for the the demeanor that he has. Very religious, always quoting Old Testament. Very humble, boring guy. Even by his own standards, his family said he was boring. He had 3 cars and an apartment in L.A. And what he liked to do was get in a car by himself and go for a long ride.
Right. Yeah, they said the same thing about Kenny Norton. Yeah, he never lifted weights.
Exactly, another one. There's a few of them like that. Being the gym rat that I was, I used to train with a few people like that, and they lift weights once and they gain 15 pounds of muscle.
one arm curl, right?
Some people are genetically gifted like that.
Well, now, in fairness, what I know, Norton did, however, do a lot of like push-ups and things like that. You know what I mean? He just didn't use weights. He used the, if you will, the old school, the Marine Corps. He was in the Marines. So was Weaver. Yeah. I heard you saying that. Yeah, we read. It's interesting. It's interesting that they knew each other and were from that same background.
That's probably why they got along so well together. That camaraderie, hoo-ha.
Right, and just speaking a common language, if so to speak, you know what I mean? You have that common background, it's like easier to, you know what I mean? Frame things there, that's what I was trying to say. It's easy to frame things in a way that you both are going to be on the same wavelength about.
Well, Larry looks like he's outboxing Weaver. He's definitely having his way here, man.
Oh, he looks different. He looks multiple levels above right now. He's making Weaver look very, very basic.
He did get nailed, though. That was the beautiful part about this fight.
Right.
Wimbledon tennis coming up. I'll have to miss it. But yeah, this was on the Virgin HBO when they were like almost like a backyard operation. People were talking about this thing coming down the road, cable TV.
Right. Well, I remember we talked about how, they were taking anything they could get their hands on. Like, we talked about Shavers and Bugner. They were both, clearly past it, but they took that fight too. Because, like you said, they were the new kid on the block. Now they're completely gone. What a.
But this fight made Mike Weaver noticed. People knew what was going on, and it was really shocking. And you know what the undercard on this fight was? The undercard was Carlos Palomino and Roberto Duran.
Oh wow! Okay. Oh, that's right. You'll see Roberto in the crowd later on. I'm an idiot. I should have known that. Or I should have known Duran. I should have known Duran was.
Yep, but Carlos Palomino, he had just gotten beat by Benitez, so he was looking for a return match. And Sugar Ray Leonard, his aura was just beginning to unfold, and so that was a big fight. That was almost Duran's biggest foe at welterweight, and that was the precursor to the Leonard fight. But Mike Weaver, Larry Holmes thought he'd be gone. Larry Holmes thought it was going to be an easy fight, and Weaver's just got some power, especially in that left hook. He's a little harder to hit than Larry thought. You see him slip that jab and then come up with that hook. Nice.
Oh, nice. Now he's landed some. See, you go to the body. There you go.
You can see Larry's got his elbows in. He felt those shots. Yeah, I think Larry's kind of like, hey man, I didn't train very hard for this fight. What's going on here? Richie, you said this was going to be an easy fight here. He does. He looks frustrated, boxing fan.
Yeah, he's kind of surprised and like you notice like good eye, Bruce. He's kind of throwing Larry off with the upper body movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Larry did not. Larry hasn't fought anybody like this in a while. You know, Larry was taking some easy fights, if I recall. Let me see. Let's see who Larry had before this. It was kind of like a Muhammad Ali, wasn't it?
Yeah. Was that his first defense after Norton? After he beat Norton for the WBC?
Let me go back and look here.
Oh no! I know he fought Ledoux before that. He definitely had the Ledoux defense, but I mean that would probably fall under the category of not what the people wanted. Let's say.
No, after Larry fought Mike Weaver, he fought Ernie Shavers the first time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking who were his first defenses. My bad.
Oh, Larry's? Well, Larry had some easy ones. He had Alfredo Evangelista, Ozzy Acosta. We watched those fights. Remember, he knocked them.
Yeah. With the jab, he knocked out Ocasio.
And Weaver was supposed to be easy. That was his precursor to Ernie Shavers, who was supposed to give him all kind of trouble. But Ernie Shavers didn't. Ernie Shavers knocked him down, but I think Weaver woke Larry Holmes up a little bit. I think Weaver kind of said to him, don't go into a fight unprepared with somebody like this.
Okay, now the Weaver fight makes at least a little more sense, because if Weaver could do anything, he could punch. Maybe not like Shavers, but he was, you know what I mean? He was his what would you call it? His biggest asset, I would say, was his punching power.
Boxing fan, I don't know if you go to Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens, very, very cool channel. But anyway, he showed the Ronaldo Snipes and the Larry Holmes fight yesterday. And you want to see Larry Holmes go down in sections. Oh, when Snipes nails him with that right hand, and his body goes crack, crack, crack. Yeah. Unbelievable. But
what adds to that, Bruce, is that it's not just the knockdown by Snipes, it's also how messed up Larry is when he gets up. He staggers face first.
Oh, yeah. He runs away from the referee. He doesn't want to look at the referee. And the stoppage was premature. There was a huge fucking riot after the fucking thing.
Yeah. Snipes he gets hauled away by police.
Yeah. Hey, Just Do, man. I appreciate you coming in here, man. Shout out to
what a gangster Cosell was during. He doesn't even stand up the whole time. He just
he grabs his toupee and goes under the table.
Yeah, but he goes
right in the middle of them. Mr. Snipes is telling Larry Holmes, "I'll kick your ass next time you get that fight. Shouldn't have been stopped." And Larry, he's got a sharp fuse. Oh yeah. And Howard's like this. Howard's got his fucking hand on his toupee, and he's like this. And then
yeah. He's been there before, huh? At that point, he'd been there before. He'd seen this. You know what I mean? Like with Ollie Frazier and so on, he'd seen this before you knew where this was going to go. But like when you're watching the ABC footage, he's calling basically play by play as Snipes is getting taken away by the cops and everything.
And this is Larry's career. This is what Larry had going for him. You know, Larry had a crazy career. But that was a couple of years later, the next year that he fought Snipes. And I mean, you know, between that, Larry had a half dozen fights. It's not like look at this shit, man.
Oh, you're lighting Weaver up right here. Trying to show him who's boss. It's almost like when he wants to, Larry can just, you know what I mean, kind of like go, look, man, you're not on my level.
I think Larry is trying to do that, but he's realizing that fucking Mike Weaver is on his level in a way.
Well, he's persistent. You know what I mean? He's just persistent. Like he's been one speed the whole time, but it's been, you know what I mean? He ain't slowed down one bit, and he hasn't been deterred or anything. And the same expression, he's had that poker face.
That's it. That never changes expression. Never changes expression.
Now see, go now. The UK, that's how you do ring card girls. Not send out the janitor like we saw, the other day.
That was. What the hell do you say about that talk? That was like, damn. Okay, buddy. No. You don't punch that clock. You're staying. You gotta oh, come on. My wife's making stuffed cabbage tonight. No, sorry. Tell her to heat it up. But here we go. Mike Hercules Weaver coming out. Larry spits a fucking nice one in there, round number 4 here. And I'm going to say this fight's been pretty even so far, Doc, wouldn't you?
Fairly, yeah. I'd say there have been 2 really clear rounds for Holmes, and then there was 2 really competitive rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, by 2 rounds that clearly won and 1 competitive one. Yeah, Larry is missing quite a bit here, isn't he?
I'll tell you, Weaver almost has a Joe Frazier weaving and bobbing style the way he's coming over here.
Well, and he doesn't do it all the time, so Larry can't exactly time it, you know?
Exactly.
He's kind of...
Good eye, Doc. Good eye, man. No, Larry's a chess player, and Weaver's playing a kick-ass game of checkers right here. You know, Larry's going to go into another gear, and he just can't do it. Weaver don't want to do that. Weaver just wants to fucking get down in the trenches, man, get into the pocket and slug. And I don't think Larry's in shape to dance around here for 15 rounds.
Yeah, I suspect you're right. He probably didn't have, you know what I mean, the most serious camp.
Hey, Paul Sotak, how are you, my brother?
Oh, he got to him there.
Paul's one of my men the church. The church's buddy from Connecticut there, man. Shout out to you, man. When I had Lou Tucciarelli on here, I remember Paul coming in that night, and Lou knew Paul, and it was like, hey, bro, I'm glad you came back, man. Thank you.
See, even there, Larry had him on the hook, and already Mike's just back to work.
You know, see, Weaver just has that drive in this fight. His manager must have lit a firecracker in his ass.
He's getting to Larry now. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Bro, that was a real close to a knockout.
No, a knockdown, yeah, that was close. No. That was a close call by the ref.
And look at Weaver just coming forward. Devastating power, too. But Larry has great recuperative powers. You know, and Larry is one tough motherfucker. Nobody can ever take that away from him.
Yeah, Carl the Truth Williams, boxing fan.
Oh, we're gonna see Carl the Truth Williams after. That was a wow. Weaver beat Carl the Truth. He was brought in there as an opponent, but we'll check that after too, man. This is man. Mike Weaver has such a star-studded career that we can go to so many of his fights in there.
Okay, here we go. Where they both had each other in trouble. First, Larry had him in trouble here. I think what happened, he may have punched himself out, Bruce.
Well, pay attention to that uppercut. That was Larry's saving grace in this fight.
Mm.
And now he's got Richie Giacchetti in there, doesn't he?
Yep.
and Don Manuel in the corner of Mike Weaver. So you've got some boxing knowledge in here.
Yeah, those are serious boxing dudes, both of them.
They're fucking gym rats, you know. And Weaver just lands a nice overhand right to start that round. And he's chasing Larry all over the ring here.
He's done a pretty good job of going to Larry's body too, up to this point.
Man, look at Larry. When Larry sets his feet and he wants to unload those combinations, Weaver's not there. Weaver's got some nice little defense going on. He's not getting clipped right with those. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. We got him. Yeah.
And once again, Doc, they got the same gloves on. Why do they do that every time we have to fight?
That's how it worked. That's how the glove picking process worked. They took a pile of Everlasts or whatever it was, and they put them there, and each camp got to go through the pile and pick out the pair they like best.
There we go, Weaver. Weaver's got him in the corner. He got him against the ropes where he wants him.
Yep.
Unloading to the body. And Larry's trying to time him. Larry's trying to bounce off and land some nice counters there. But Weaver's not stopping. He's not letting his hand stop, which is so unusual for Mike Weaver. Don Manuel must be smiling from ear to ear here.
Yeah, the more I see this, the more I think you might be onto something, Bruce. That Larry didn't train particularly hard because he doesn't look as sharp as he, you know what I mean, as you see him before and after this.
It's funny how Larry backed himself into that corner. He looked at the corner. He made sure he was going. I think he wanted to come out with a blazing combo, but Weaver's just too strong. I think it is. I think he's just got some amazing strength in there. He's pushing Larry around where Larry.
Yeah, I think Larry's realized it's going to be a hard fight, and he's going to have to pace himself. You know what I mean? And kind of really
go to
play it out. It's not going to be what he thought it was going to be. So he's
and shout out to you, my brother. Peace.
Yeah, Weaver's just relentless, isn't he?
He's definitely got his pedal to the metal. No, that was good stuff there, man. Good stuff. And that was what? That was the
I believe that was the end of round 5.
The end of round 5. They're in their corners. We'll get them right back in the ring, Doc. I'll say this. This is an even fight up to this point.
It looks that way, don't it? Yeah. Because Larry just can't put his stamp on it. He can't put his stamp. And Weaver's. I think Weaver started kind of exposing what you suspect, which is Larry didn't work, you know what I mean, super hard at camp for this. And by contrast, Weaver might be, like I said, at a all-time best because, you talked about the story of his manager telling him, "Hey, last chance saloon here, buddy."
And Weaver's, I think he's 26 years old. 26 years old in this fight.
Oh, okay. Yep.
He was 27 when he knocked out John Tate, and that was the next year.
So, yeah, he's right in his prime years for a heavyweight then.
Exactly, right in the wheelhouse. And, once again, it was almost a perfect storm for him, but unfortunately he was fighting the living legend himself, man. I think any other fighter, he proved it when he fought John Tate. He was a fighter to be reckoned with, and I think he beat Dokes. That's another thing. I want to get into that fight too, man.
Yeah, me too, man. The Dokes thing. Both of those fights are screwy for different reasons.
Yes. You know, he was a hard-luck character, man. You know, this fight. Well, we're gonna see what happens in this fight. You know, Larry is just Larry Holmes is Larry Holmes.
Yeah, see, it's kind of like they're almost kind of trading rounds at this point.
You know, this is a real historian. You know, some people put that tag on me. I say, get the fuck out of here. I'm not a historian, man. You know, I Google it. I Wikipedia it. I remember it from back in the day. But this is a man who, you know, you can just tell by the quality of the work he does. He says Holmes, according to Holmes' book, he said he had the flu the week of the fight, week before the fight, and felt weak from the medication. Wow. Hey, too Matador, bro. Thank you for coming by, my man. Peace. Sit down and fire up a few fucking blunts. Hit a pit on that Toker 2. Take a sip if you must. We're watching some good fights over here.
That's what I'm doing, man. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna fire up the old water bomb.
And I want to shout out.
Since I'm in your place, Bruce Gas.
Sorry, we have only one rule around here. No rules. We want to thank Sweet Fights for showing this fight. We're doing it for educational purposes, and to see more great fights, check out sweetfights.com. Here we go, man. Mike Weaver once again chasing Larry all around the ring.
Yeah, see, Larry, yeah, he just doesn't have. He can't keep up for a whole round, can he? He can't. You know what I mean? Like he can't get up on his toes for a full round here, and you know, it inevitably Mike catches up to him. So I don't know now. I don't know whether the flu story is true or not, or whatever. But I think I agree with you. Something's off with his conditioning here. And I don't mean that. I'm not saying that to take away from Mike Weaver. Don't get me wrong.
Well, it was in Larry's book, and you know, Larry doesn't seem to me like a liar. Oh, look at Larry!
No.
Now Larry's putting the fly swatter beating on him over here. He's throwing some nice looking shots over here.
Oh, nice right hand.
Nice looking hooks and crosses.
Yep.
He must have. Richard Gianchetti throwing some water in his face. He must know that. He must know that the fuel tank is it's running on Econo this week.
That's what I'm saying. Larry's realized, oh shit, this is going to be a hard fight, and I've got it. Well, that's why I'm giving my opinion. Why he went back to the ropes intention is he was like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm going to have to dig into the old bag of tricks here and really work for this one. You know, in a way I didn't expect.
Oh yeah. Well, this separates the greats from the also.
Hey, you took the words from my mouth. That's what separates.
That's why I get you up here, Doc. Because I know if I stop babbling them, you'll pick them right up. Oh yeah, look at that. Sweet cheeks.
There we go. Take notes, UK. Take notes, UK.
Hey, tomorrow.
There's Roberto. There was Roberto.
Yeah, I saw him, and he had his sweatsuit on like he just got out of the shower from his fight.
Yeah.
And tomorrow now, is it true that the all-woman card, they're going to have these guys in fucking G-strings as ring card boys?
Oh, God. No.
Hey, Kyle, how you doing, my brother? Salute.
It took the UK a while to catch up, but they did eventually catch up. Last time I saw, anyways.
Well, let's hope not. But man, you know, I love ring card girls. I fell in love with at least a half a dozen of them this year. Top rank girls, the zone girls, PBC girls, whatever, man.
Corona, Takata, it doesn't matter to me, man.
I just can't get the image of that old man walking around with that fucking sign.
The janitor, yeah, what the fuck are we doing here?
Oh.
And it's not like it's some random fight either. It's like, you know what I mean? Two luminaries of the era and legends all, you know. Yeah, what are we doing here? And we've got the ring card janitor.
I'm surprised he didn't have a fucking mop and a bucket right outside the ring.
He had to go right back to work as soon as he's done with his ring card. Yeah.
and now Larry's trying to take charge over here. Looks like Larry knows he wants to get some points up going on. He's starting to throw that jab with authority, waiting to drop that right hand.
Right. Now see, Now let's see if he can keep this movement up for a whole round, though. So far, so good. Yeah. When he does this, like I said, then it becomes.
Oh, there goes.
Yeah, he literally slipped them both.
Yeah, he did. But Weaver's looking for a little payback. But he's not going to get it by boxing. He's going to get it by slugging. That's the way he's going to get inside.
Now, see what happened just now? You see what happened just now with Larry? He went flat-footed. He just went flat-footed.
That's what Weaver wants him to do.
Yeah, see, he can't keep the bat. He can't keep that footwork. He can't keep the movement going.
Yeah, he definitely was not 100% Larry Holmes, and this was right at Larry's prime too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You saw him sharper both before and after. That's what tells me. Something's like, oh man, nice body punch by Weaver. Weaver's starting to get to him. See, this is the pattern I see developing. Larry starts out fast, but he has to kind of pace himself ultimately, and then Mike kind of comes on either in the middle of the round or late in the round. And then Larry kind of tries to rally at the very end. See, like he's doing right here. Because the two things that stick out and this isn't, this is just normal human psychology. The two things that are going to stick out the most are the beginning of the round and the end of the round. Unless something like a knockdown or, happens. Yeah, see, even like there's a lot of there you go, nice and clean.
Drop shooter.
Yeah,
that's Larry's forte. Those combinations on the outside. But like you're saying earlier, I don't think he's not 100% for this fight. And Weaver is.
110%. I would say this is the best. I mean, wouldn't you say up to now?
Oh yeah,
the timeline you gave, this is the best he's been.
Even when he knocked out John Tate, he was getting killed in that fight.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, he really is. He's more competitive here, I would say, than even. Yeah, the Tate fight was one-sided until he finally got to him in the. It was the 15th round. Yeah.
Well, here we are. We're in the 8th round. And I think Larry knows he's in a fight. Weaver looks like Weaver looks in charge in this fight so far, but he's got to understand that Larry has just got so many fucking tricks in that fucking hat of his. He can dance, he can slug, he can fucking move on the inside. Right now he's circling away from Weaver's right hand, waiting to drop his own. I think this is in Madison Square too, isn't it?
Yep.
That used to be the place. But man, Weaver just had this opened the door for Weaver's career right here. This was the gateway fight. He was known on the international boxing circuit after this.
Yes, absolutely.
We're going to see him go down to South Africa, and they had a stadium down there. I think they had like 80,000 people in there watching him fight.
Oh yeah. Him and Coetzee?
No. It was his fight. It was Tate's fight with Coetzee that had the 80,000. His fight had.
Oh, okay.
His fight had, I think, 16,000 or so. It was a huge place, but that was during the apartheid.
Apartheid. Yeah.
Apartheid. And they had the Sun City was going on.
Oh yeah, that was kind of like a controversial thing. But most boxing promoters they either didn't give a fuck or they found ways around it. Like like Don, if memory serves, the way Don got around it was basically he had his son Carl handle anybody that, you know what I mean. If he wanted a guy to go over to South Africa to get in a fight to keep himself away from it, he'd have Carl or you know what I mean, someone like that. You know what I mean. You handle, like, I think Greg Page went over there and beat Coetzee.
Well, Greg Page because David Bay didn't want to go there.
Yep. Head Grenade Bay wouldn't go. Yep.
This is what I wanted. Well, I was going pretty well there with my production skills. I'm not as good as George over here. George Jakovic is the man. George had a he did his one round with George today. Introduced his family on there, but he's a production master. You know, he can put things together, edit.
Right on.
Gets the music, gets everything really, really nice. One of these days I'll get to be as good as George, but for now I'm thankful I got George as one of my sidekicks over here.
Right. Larry coming out real serious here again.
Yeah, you can see Larry knows he has to do something with this fight. He doesn't know how much longer he's going to go.
Yeah. Oh man, Larry, Mike Weaver clipped him again.
And Weaver, they told Larry Weaver can't go past 6 rounds. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What did you give me here?
This guy's like Weaver's like the Terminator in this fight.
He won't stay down.
Look at this. Yeah. And Weaver's still able, even though Larry's come on here, Weaver's still pushing him back.
And Weaver's got the trick too. He hits him in the hips. You know, he tries to freaking stop that motion, kill the legs.
Yep.
Give him some fucking Charlie horses to think about.
Yeah.
And they're not nut shots, so Larry doesn't fucking
Right.
It's below the belt, but it's more below on the side.
Oh, here we go.
She's got too much clothes on for me though, Doc. Don King, he's looking at, and Larry's is that's a new cash cow. The fight, Larry's fight with Muhammad Ali was kind of next for him then.
Yeah, because that was like October of 80 or 81, I think, that happened. And Larry, they just showed Larry's age there. For example, he's already 29 when he's by the time during the time of this fight. He won his title off Norton, you know what I mean, relatively late compared to, like, for example, Ali. Ali won his title at 22. So he had to wait a long time to get his shot.
Oh, Larry paid the dues. He went up the hard way. No doubt about that, man. And right now they're in the wheelhouse over here. This is not where Larry wants to be. But look at Larry. Larry's biting down on it. This is like Ken Norton all over again.
Yep.
And Mike Weaver was coached by Ken Norton on this fight.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, really? I didn't know that he was involved in this fight. Yeah.
They were better friends. He had to, Norton had to.
Give him some pointers.
I'm thinking, man.
Yeah. Makes sense. Oh, there's that uppercut you were talking about, Bruce.
Larry's just timing it. He's just trying to get that uppercut right.
Yeah, Weaver's surprisingly flexible for his physique, the way he's able to bend and duck under them hooks and Larry's.
Surprisingly, yep. And if it was a 12-round fight like they are today, and it had gone the full 12 rounds.
Oh, that's it again. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Bruce. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying if it was a 12-round fight like it was like they are today, and Weaver could just hang on for that extra round. Oh, and see Larry with that uppercut.
Oh, again, that's about the 4th one this round he's hit him with.
I think Larry knows what he's got to do in this fight. And Weaver's trying the uppercut too.
Yeah. But Larry has kind of found an answer, as they say. Found an answer. See, and now instead of moving, he's you know what I mean, and wasting all that energy, he said, okay, we're going to slug it out. Yeah.
And Weaver's going right there toe-to-toe with him too. But Larry does look like he's coming on a little more now. Oh.
Well, see, he's abandoned the footwork, and you know what I mean, because he's finally come to grips with it. He don't got the energy for it, so he's going to stand there and put that high guard and bang it out.
Yeah, you got to put a hurting on this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Larry throwing those uppercuts reminds me of a Subito Pedrosa with those fucking the way it was just.
Ooh, now there's a great name. There's a great name. That he had a very overlooked and underrated run as featherweight champion. I believe it was a WBA that he had for a long time out of Panama, right?
Yeah. They wanted to match him with Sanchez and with Danny Red Lopez. Hey, rolling with the punches, man. Shout out, my bro. Mrs. Tiara Do. Shout out to you, sister. Peace. I'm catching a buzz over here right now, so forgive me. I got to make sure I keep my my eyeballs on the chat, because that's one thing that I've only got a fucking mini chat anyway. I go to these fucking places where they got 300 people in the fucking audience and in the chat room.
Oh, I don't even like those kind of chats. I don't even try to pretend.
When they miss me, I got 8 people keep a fucking eye on it. Yep, Larry sent out there. This is the 10th round, I believe. Yes, sir, the 10th round. Here we go, man. Mike Weaver. And in this era, man, you still have 5 rounds to go. 6 rounds to go.
Yeah.
This is not like the fights today.
Yeah. Those were the real championship rounds. 13, 14, 15.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing, my brother?
And I know 9 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, maybe, right? But trust me, it makes all the. There's a reason they clipped him, okay? Right? If it was just 9 minutes, they wouldn't have gotten rid of him. They make all the difference in the world from an athletic point of view. I mean, you're like you say, your cardiovascular, how you pace yourself out during the fight, right? It changes. The whole thing changes.
Well, Weaver was on a 5-fight winning streak with Don Manuel, and he must have just he must realize it. Hey man, you can work your 9 to 5 and come in here and train and win one, lose one, or you can take this serious, man, and you can be one of the greatest heavyweights in the fucking world, possibly a world heavyweight champion. And I think he just kind of said, you're right.
Oh. Some big right hand by Weaver. He caught him that time.
And he stiffened right up. One thing about Holmes, man, you hit him hard on the chin, you're going to get some effects out of that. Great recuperative powers, but you hit him on the point blank and he's going to go down. We're just complaining about some hitting. Make a couple of jabs by Weaver. Weaver's got some good shit going on. He must have hurt Holmes a little bit here. Look at this, man.
Holmes going with the little counter like a standing rope and dope, talking smack to him.
Oh, nice left hook inside. Yeah, Madison Square Garden, half sold out, half filled Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, and everybody's on their feet now because they're like, "Oh, holy shit! Larry's, you know what I mean, having trouble here. This is a real fight." There's that seat now. Right on cue. 30 seconds left. Larry picks it up.
Mm-hmm. Veteran timing.
Yep. Oh, nice counterpunch by Weaver. He caught him in between there. Oh, shoot.
The last 15-round world title bout, I believe, was Vinny Paz and Greg Haugen for the IBF title. So says Vinny Paz. But Nick just mentioned the last heavyweight was Tyson and Biggs, which we watched the other night too, man. It's funny how we're watching these fights, these historic, these fucking beautiful wars. We have the ability over here on YouTube, man, thanks to these creators out there.
Okay, so we got 3 different accounts here because the last 15 rounder in North America, to my understanding, was 1988, and that was Jorge Paez, like a fight we talked about a while back. Calvin Grove, Jorge Paez, where Jorge Paez scored the 3 knockdowns in the 15th round to win the title off of Grove.
Vinny Paz told us that I was on a panel on Drew Titans one time with him, man.
Oh, okay.
And he said he was coming out with all kind of good shit. He goes, I want to tell you something, guys. He said, I was in the last 15 round championship fight. It was IBF against Greg Haugen, and I still hate that son of a bitch to this day. But yeah, well, who knows?
Greg Haugen didn't exactly have a winning personality. He didn't make a lot of friends.
I liked him at the time.
Well, he made fans. I said he didn't make friends. He didn't make friends.
You're right. Oh, you told us that Greg Haugen story several times with your buddies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go, man. Here we go. I think we're coming down to the.
We're getting close
to win this fight, and he gets a little cocky. He opens up.
Weaver was having success there, like right on cue when you said he gets a little cocky. He got a little cocky. Larry clipped him. Larry's just trying to line him up for that right hand, isn't he?
Mm.
And bring that guard down with the body shots. He's thinking that right hand though all day. Boy, Mike, he really is the Terminator in this fight. He will not give up.
No, he definitely got some fucking grit in him.
Man.
That chin. And he got some power in those fists because every time he hits Larry winces, man. Larry doesn't like getting hit by him. You can see Larry gets a smile on his face. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't think anybody liked getting hit by Mike Weaver. Oh, man. Straight down the pipe he hit him. Yeah, see, fights like this are why Larry was great. He went right, he went to the ropes on purpose.
Oh, yeah. He's planning on something over here.
Where do you think you learned that trick, Bruce Gas?
Well, a guy named Cassius Clay back in the day.
The Deer Lake training camps, right?
Mm-hmm. They're still running seminars at Deer Lake.
Oh, wow, that's cool to hear.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, there it was. We got to
go back and see that one again. Watch that uppercut and see Larry's fucking baiting him into the ropes there. Look.
Yep.
He wants to catch him bent over, throwing shots to the body. Keep your eye open.
Oh, he tried it there.
Yep, Larry, he's getting him into the ropes. This is a time plan right here.
Oh, tried it again.
Third
time's the charm, bingo. Third time's the charm, bingo, man. What fucking Larry.
The round is over.
Oh, they let him go back to the corner. Look at
Sometimes getting tagged right when the round is over, and it's impossible to get yourself back into that corner, back into the fight.
Right.
Do you think he hears anything that they're telling him right now?
They can splash they can put all the smelling salts they want under that nose.
Larry gets that fucking right hand down there. Whack! Oh.
Man, right. Oh, it is. He nearly blew a knee out. He's lucky that he didn't. That's a definite sign that you got short circuited when the knee bends back. You fall back on your knee like that. You know what I mean?
Trying to get him back in back into this fight here.
Trying to get him back into this dimension, man.
And Garden is on his feet.
Yep.
Larry trying those uppercuts again from both angles.
Yeah, I think it was a couple rounds ago you noticed he started to land them uppercuts. And then,
It was actually a couple of decades ago. I noticed.
Well, okay, no, but you know what I'm saying. During this particular watching,
I know what you're saying.
We all know how the fight ended.
Too bad we couldn't get the bookies to have it. But there we go. That's it. Oh,
that's it. No, they let him go over at the end of the last round, but they stop it now.
And look, Larry's dead on his feet.
Yeah.
Reviving him, throwing the water on there. Look at him, man. He has been in a fight. Wow. Here we go to the head.
There's that patented stiff arm to set up the right hand from Larry.
Come on, ref. I mean, what? You thought you were going to see Larry knock his head off with a fucking overhand right? This is a heavyweight championship of the world, but like we said, Weaver got better after this fight. He went on to do other things here, man.
Where do you think we should go next with the Weaver fights?
Well, we could. I want to see if I get the highlights of the his neck. We go through his career here. Let me see if I can dig this up. I want to find the highlights. What the hell happened there? Bear with me here, Doc. Bear with me, my brother. There we go. Okay, so after this fight, he went on to take on Harry Terrell, a journeyman. Then he took on Scott Ledoux, which was I remember watching that fight, Doc. It was a Saturday afternoon fight. We all know Scott Ledoux.
Absolutely. Scott Ledoux is all over the place on those free TV boxes.
That was a fight where I liked both of the guys. They were both on my. I liked them both. Hey, D-Ray, man, shout out to you. I liked Ledoux and I like Weaver, but Mike Weaver became the boxer in that fight. He boxed the shit out of Scott Ledoux. He won a 12-round decision, and with that, he won the USBA heavyweight championship, which was basically, it became the IBF eventually, but that's where he got his fight with John Tate, which surprised everybody. 20-0 John Tate was being groomed to fight Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
This was big. We're gonna bring this one up if we can here.
Oh man, I'm looking at the boxer. I forgot about his fight with James Quick Tillis as well.
Oh, that was after he won the title, and that was I got a story about that one too, man.
Oh wow.
But anyway, this was his fight against John Tate. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. We're gonna watch the highlights here. See if I can get a full screen on here. But this was a 15-round fight. John Tate was winning this fight, and Mike Weaver was told by his corner, by Don Manuel, in the 15th round, he says, "You go out, you win, you knock him out, or don't come back." That was the quote.
those are some pretty clear marching orders, I suppose.
And Weaver lost a point. He was getting beat. He was losing this fight dramatically on points, but he was landing a lot of body shots, and he got deducted a point in the 14th round for a low blow, for low blows, I guess. But you can see John Tate's outboxing him. John Tate's just having his way, and this is in John Tate's hometown. So see, Mike Weaver, he was a road warrior, bro. He went to South Africa. Right here, he's in Nashville, Tennessee, in the backyard of Mike Weaver, of John Tate. And as you can see, man, he's going toe-to-toe with the undefeated Olympic bronze medalist, Olympian John Tate. And this was a...
Yeah, he got knocked out by Stevenson in the finals.
Face planted, kind of just like Dwayne Bobbitt did. And it's funny, John Tate fought Dwayne Bobbitt, and Mike Weaver fought Dwayne Bobbitt. John Tate knocked him out the first round or the third, whatever. He knocked him out real early in the fight. Hey, Mr. Boxing Today, my brother, salute. And
what's up, Mr. Boxing?
Mike Weaver got knocked out by Dwayne Bobbitt. John Tate knocks out Dwayne Bobbitt.
Yeah.
And so that they all fought each other back in the day, man. Commentary. Look at that left hook by Weaver, man. See, Weaver knew he had something for Tate. You know, Tate. They're grooming him to fight Muhammad Ali. This was going to be, the fight, and Jerry Cooney's name was mentioned in there too, man. Jerry Cooney, when he fought James Tillis, that was mandated by the WBA. Cooney wanted to fight Mike Weaver. It was basically a signed fight. I don't remember the exact figures. I was reading it a while ago, but the WBA mandated Tillis as the mandatory number one contender, and that was a dull fight. Oh, bro, this was Mr. Boxing Today. I just moved into the house I'm living in now, and this card came on. This was 40 years ago, bro, 42 years ago, and man. Yeah, you know it, man. Scott Ledoux, too. Minnesota's a rich city. The Minnesota Armory, Joe Louis fought there. Sugar Ray Robinson, I believe. We're having fights there all the time now. But yeah, bro, Minnesota's... I'm sorry, Doc. My big mouth. We got to watch this fight. This was we have to go back a little bit more, but check out, watch Mike Weaver with this left hook. This was one of the biggest surprises in boxing. I jumped through the ceiling. I couldn't fucking believe it.
Whoa! This nearly took his head off.
That's a face plant. That's a face plant, man. Oh, man. Look at that.
And they close up on the poor guy. And look at the ref counts the whole way.
He counted to 10.
Yeah. Look at Mike Weaver lay down. I can't believe it.
Oh yeah, Weaver dropped it. Weaver could not believe it, man. This was such a dude. This was on a 4-fight card.
Oh, my man's asleep before he hits the ground. Oh, that I didn't see that right hand. Okay.
Oh yeah, he gave him that right hand afterwards. That was here's a little mint after mint for dinner. You can have a little mint.
Take that with you on the way down.
Yep, and after this fight, Tate went on to fight Trevor Berbick in Montreal.
And ended almost the same way. Him face first.
He turned his back on Trevor Berbick.
Yeah.
But this was such a classic knockout, and this was on a card. It was a 4-fight card, and it was fought in 4 different arenas. And it was
look at Mike go crazy. He's like, he when he first looked at him, he couldn't even believe it. He's like, oh, and then you could see. I think he almost mouths the word, "Oh my God, he ain't gonna get up." And
Weaver could not believe that. And after that fight, man, he went to South Africa.
Speaking of road warrior, yeah.
Speaking of road warriors, and let me see, man, he got.
I actually found the Tillis fight entertaining. However, he did lose a lot of money because it
was boring as hell, and that was on the undercard Marvin Hagel and Mustafa Ham show. I went to the Biltmore Hotel in Providence. We didn't have HBO in my county.
Right.
So me and my boys, we rented a hotel in Providence. A nice place, though. This is a fucking 4-star hotel, Doc. We destroyed the room, bro.
Oh, like rock stars, that.
Bro, we snuck cases of beer in there. We had suitcases and we had cases of beer in the suitcases, filled the bathtub up with ice. We had the lines of Coke and everything on the fucking table. I mean, dude, we came real close to getting hookers up there, but we said, no, we'll get thrown out. We won't see the fight. But it was a great night. We were there mostly for Marvin Hagler, but I was there for the heavyweights too. And fucking Mike Weaver and Quick Turris was a very, very anticlimactic. The Hagler fight was better. That was the first fight. And this fight, it was in Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, for entertainment value, the Hagler fight was definitely better. I'm not going to argue with that.
But Weaver got that victory. But before that, right after this fight, Bob Arum saw some cash, man. Bob Arum saw Harry Coetzee.
The bionic fist.
This was the 25th of this month, 1980. So, man, who knows, man? That's only another week away. We may just do that fight. We're probably gonna show it tonight because that was a hell of a fight. That fight had everything in it, man. That fight had traces of Muhammad Ali and Sonny Liston with the liniment on Coetzee got into Weaver's eyes. Weaver was blind for 3 rounds. Oh yeah, man, a lot of shit went on.
You know, I do remember there being a weird section of the fight. I did not know that there was about the liniment thing.
Yeah, we're gonna go see that. And bro, Weaver made nothing for his whole career. I don't know what he made against Larry Holmes, but I'd almost guarantee it wasn't 1,000. It wasn't 100,000.
Well, that's what I was saying. Yeah, even the Tillis fight, where it was basically the WBA told him fight this guy or we're going to strip you, right? He lost out on major, I think 1 or 2 names you mentioned, guys that were interested in fighting him, and he's like, I got to take this damn Mando for a few $100,000, a few. I mean, I know a few $100,000 is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but it was nothing like what he could have got. Like if you mentioned the name Jerry Cooney. He would have made astronomical.
Cooney, that was a hard luck Mike Weaver. He had to take on James Tillis. But this fight here, bro, he was paid $2.2 million to go into Coetzee's backyard, and Coetzee only got $150,000. So
in his own backyard.
Because no black athletes, no black entertainers were going to South Africa. There was the boycott. I mean, they're going to Sun City, bro. Sun City was that was fucking barbed wire around that place. It was a nasty thing. I grew up in that era, and it was shameful to look at it. But boxing fans, man, we overlook a lot of things, and I watched that fight. I didn't even think about the consequences, what was going on. But Weaver was paid money to do what David Bay wouldn't do,
Right.
Well, I don't know if you remember that fucking tune there.
Oh yeah, they had the anti-South Africa. They were trying to encourage musicians and athletes to not go there, not perform there.
It's a showplace of the Ped'S world. It's part of the reality.
Yeah, man, this was 1985. This was big. This was 5 years after, but ain't gonna play some shit there. But anyway, yeah, this was Mike Weaver. Whatever you want to say about him, man, he took the bag. He took $2.5 million. And he went to South Africa. And let me see if I can dig up that fight that I think I have in here, because that was a hell of a fight, man. A hell of a fight.
Yep.
Here we go, man. We're doing well over here. We're not doing as good of a project as my man George Jakovic with. George, I wish you were here, bro. I sent you an invite, but it It is what it is, and here we are, my man. Here we are. Let's go down to Sun City, South Africa. We'll see Harry Coetzee and Mike Weaver. And Coetzee 23-1. What Weaver was in this fight, we're gonna see in a sec here, man. I have to go looking here.
And how many KOs did the Bionic Fist have at this point?
How many what?
How many knockouts did Coetzee have at this point?
Let me see here, man. Do they have the knockouts here? He was 21. He would be 21-9. He'd be 21-9 going into this fight. And he is he's got the deck stacked against him over here. I thought he was going to lose this fight. I thought this was Bob Arum wanted to get that heavyweight championship, and you know it was a splintered title, and a lot of people gave it a lot more credit when Weaver won it because Weaver gave Holmes such a hard time, and Holmes wouldn't give Weaver a rematch. So there was more prestige on that heavyweight title, on that WBA heavyweight title. And Larry Holmes, he dropped that WBC belt not long after this. You know, he was playing with that plastic belts of just nothing but worthless trinkets. Now, Mr. Boxing Today too was Rodney Bobick, Dwayne Bobick's brother, because I know Weaver fought Rodney Bobick. I think John Tate did too. He was another journeyman heavyweight there. I think he might have been the brother.
Larry fought Rodney Bobick on the undercard of the Thrill in Manila.
Okay.
Yep.
So now was Larry the brother of Dwayne? To see if you.
I do not know. I do not know about that. I'll check and see. I always assumed they were brothers or at least related. I never had thought about that. Let's see. Dwayne and Randy. Yeah. Rodney's the younger brother of Dwayne.
Okay. Demetrius Bright, salute my brother. Appreciate you coming on here.
Real quick. One thing I didn't know, I just saw this. Bobick was 37-7 with 0 with 18 knockouts when he died in a car accident in '77.
Who, Dwayne?
Yeah, no, Rodney.
Oh, Rodney.
Yeah, at age 25. And as an aside, 44 fights at age 25.
Wow. Well, Dwayne had a lot of fights too. He had a shitload of fights. He must have had 50 fights or more before he retired, kind of prematurely. When he started getting knocked out a lot towards the end there.
It seemed like whenever he fought the high end, he was getting knocked out in the first round by like Tates and guys like that. Yeah.
Even that South African there, the other one that came around at the same time as
Kanutsa. He had a similar name, Kanutsa.
Yep, Kanutsa. Yeah, exactly. He was the first one who came on the scene because he knocked out Dwayne Bobick. And here we go, man. Coetzee is making these fucking people in attendance take notice. Because they wanted a South African champion, and Bob Arum wanted to be the promoter. See, South Africa, at the time, I think Arum looked at it kind of like Australia. They look at Australia today.
Like an untapped market almost, right?
Exactly, an untapped market. And a lot of rich people vacation there.
Check out Coetzee's record coming into this, 23-1. And I believe the one loss was when he lost to Greg Page, I think.
No. Greg Page is later on.
Later? Okay.
Was to John Tate.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, for the WBA tournament. What am I thinking? Okay.
And that was the finals, and that was a huge stadium where they had 60,000 people sitting on a hot fucking September afternoon watching the fight. Oh, here we go, man. Coetzee, the bionic right hand, bro. Did you know Coetzee had something like 25 surgeries in that right hand, and he had it fused with titanium because it was so brittle, and it was rebuilt. And people accused him, or his opponents accused him. I heard Mike Weaver accuse him of having fucking brass knuckles in the fight.
Okay, I didn't. What I had heard was that he had I'd heard he had it fused, but I heard they did it with bone grafts, so that it was almost like
Titanium. I
Oh,
know.
okay.
Mr. Boxing Today has Coetzee ranked number 8 in his 80s top 10 heavyweights, man.
Nice.
8-4 and 1 in a decade. You know, one of my favorite fights with Coetzee was the Pinklon Thomas fight. It was a draw. You remember that one?
Yes.
And Pinklon Thomas got the fight with Witherspoon.
Was it Witherspoon or Weaver he got after that?
Man, Doc, I have to, I was there, I saw him, but I have to go to Boxing Rec to get the chronological order.
Yeah, me too. I'm not gonna pretend here.
Hell no, man.
Tillis comes right after this. I got it, Bruce.
I'm an armchair casual.
Yeah, so the chronology.
512 boxing, also known as Big.
Yep.
That's Big Cletus. Another Big Cletus, man. Shout out, man. Big Texas. TWT, man. Salute to you, my brother. I'm toking up a good one over here, bro. I'm toking up some shit that my wife threw in the backyard this summer. We got a batch of stuff back at last spring, and it had seeds in it. The guy said something happened in his greenhouse. It got cross-pollinated. There were only a few seeds in there, but the old lady kept them. She germinated them. She got 2 plants out there. One died because we had it too close to the shore, and I think the fucking waves came on. She got infected with the salt water. But one grew nice. Got about 3 feet tall. Fucking buds like pine cones on there. They're drying right now, and I'm enjoying a little tip on it.
Nice, man.
Nice. I thought Pinklon Thomas won that fight too, but man, it was a hell of a fight. Great.
Yeah, that was also on free TV, by the way. Yeah.
Was it HBO though, wasn't it?
No. You're talking about
Pinklon Thomas and Coetzee.
Yeah. That was on. I want to say NBC.
Right now you got my fucking marbles rattled a little bit. I remember that was on NBC. Freddie Pacheco.
Yeah, Freddie Pacheco. That. Yeah. A lot of great fights. We got for free. In the 70s, it was in early 80s. It was all about ABC, and then NBC kind of, you know what I mean, kind of became, the ones putting on the great fights for free. You know what I mean? And it was like, I mean, like I said, compared to the fights that they put on as pay-per-views today, it's laughable. It's like, come on, man. That's part of the problem here.
Can you believe? I mean, if you woke up in the future and somebody told you, we're going to go see a fight tonight, Doc, but you got to shell out $75 for it. We're going to be at your house, and it's $74.95. It's Deontay Wilder and this guy Robert Hellenius, who just knocked out this other cat named Kowanatsky. Are you in? $75. What does it mean $75 a week for spending money? Am I in? Are you crazy? Am I
in? You know how much coke you can get.
Shit! I could go to the strip joint and be king for the day with $75.
I mean,
but man, it's absurd. What is boxing thinking? What does it come to, Doc? Help me.
It's like it's committing suicide or something. It's like, yeah. What are you? I don't understand. I can't come up with a logical reason why they're continuing to try and do this when all it does is continue to marginalize the sport from the very fan base that should be its meat and potatoes, which is the average American sports fan.
Fighters fighting once a year.
Yeah.
Fragmented titles. Never
And
unified.
once a year and behind paywalls.
Here we go. Coetzee doing it. Coetzee unloading on Mike Weaver.
Trying to get
Back. See, and you notice he's pulling him to his fucking shoulder where that fucking liniment is. I think Weaver said about the 5th round he goes blind.
Oh, I see what I see. Okay, so you're saying he's what would be Coetzee's left shoulder's got the liniment on it, huh? I'll tell you what, it does look like on his back, like he's got some kind of what do you call it? Now you got me thinking conspiracy theories, yes.
No, he is in some serious trouble in this fight. He gets he's ready to quit from what he said when I heard him talking. He was blind, totally blind, at the mercy of Coetzee. What I liked about Coetzee, the first time I saw him is when he knocked out fucking Leon Spinks. I'm saying, what the hell? And I liked Leon too, man.
Oh yeah, the way he like fell into the ropes all sideways and whatnot.
Yeah. In Monte Carlo, it was the tournament when Ali retired.
Yep.
It was the it was
WBA.
Yeah, the WBA tournament, which eventually led to Coetzee and John Tate. Now we just got that title, and here we go.
And Coetzee has punched himself out here. He tried to knock Weaver out and didn't.
Yep.
Didn't get the job done.
Coetzee was another one. He didn't have that mean streak in him that you need to excel. I mean,
I think you might be right.
I went nuts when he knocked out Michael Dokes. I could not believe it, man.
Right.
You know, I just thought he was going to be one of those recycled heavyweights to come on and face. You know, I thought Dokes was going to be just fucking. I thought Dokes was the real deal. I thought he had hand speed, like unbelievable hand speed. He had the size. He had the coke habit.
Yeah, he had the coke.
He liked the strippers. He liked the fucking coke, and man. But here we go. Yeah, look at the body shot. Coetzee with that big right hand, aiming it. Oh wow. Weaver could take a punch.
Absolutely. Yeah. Coetzee was not. He was not unskilled by any stretch. Oh, nice left hook. Oh. What I remember, Bruce Gas, what I do remember, and then this might be because I've watched it a long time, I do remember one of the announcers, I want to say it was Angelo Dundee, commenting about how the corner was putting excessive grease on Coetzee and getting away with it.
In what fight?
This one right here.
They were put.
I remember on the commentary. I think it was Dundee making note that, in his opinion, the corner was putting excessive grease on Coetzee, and the ref ought to come over there and, you know what I mean, make him
a little bit.
Yep, and put a stop to it. But then I think he also pointed out, you know, home field advantage. I in so many words.
I want to see when Weaver starts to make it obvious.
Well, I mean, now that I'm looking at it, right, he does look like way more shiny than Weaver, don't he?
Yes, he does.
Especially the back. On the back, his back looks like he's got something, you know what I mean, going on there.
But Weaver's definitely got that right hand in this fight. It will that we'll see very shortly.
Yeah, as you pointed out, and this seemed to kind of, now that I think about it, be a common problem for a lot of fighters in this era. That was the gas tank. He had a lot of tools. But like you said, maybe not the mean streak and not the best gas tank.
No, well, I believe it was the 8th round where he was almost knocked out. And that's when I thought Coach Sia was gonna take the title. I was rooting for Weaver in this fight. I liked Weaver, man. Weaver was just like I said earlier, he was just one of the last fighters that I was a fanboy of him. I was a fanboy of Weaver.
Right. Well, how could you not like?
Never a fanboy like you see fanboys today, but
I get you.
Kind of like a fanboy.
But I mean, how could you not like Weaver? To me, it's like
the ultimate overachiever with a record like that. And there he goes, man. He's unloading some good combinations.
Yeah, nice counters off the ropes by Weaver.
Oh, what happened to the music here? I'm going to have to put this on hold for a second. Going to go back in my...
Yeah, I did definitely feel like something was wrong then, on your channel when the music stops.
Oh, yeah, you know it. I'm going to have to go into my YouTube subscription here and say what's going on, guys. No copyright. Yeah, it was over. Go to the next one here. I think I got one here. Oh, I know what I'll put on. I will throw some of our... Yeah, this is some nice background stuff. Yeah, man. There we go. Did it perfectly that time. Got some reggae, man.
All right. Here we go.
I smoke my ganja. Well, yeah, we go. We were standing straight ahead here. What round are we in now, Doc? You know?
Yeah, I lost track. We got to be 6-7, maybe.
And Weaver's laying in, and like I said, this is when he gets that lemon in his eyes, big time. Where Weaver is, you can see him. It's almost like they're ready to stop this fight.
Yeah, notice Coach Sia trying to be tricky when and hold on to the rope to hold Weaver in place.
Hey, Derek Clark, bro. So do you, my man. Peace. We're doing.
Oh man, wicked shots from both of them.
Wicked. They both said, "Fuck this, let's go." Oh, Coach Sia looks like he's he don't want to get in that pit. He's holding on.
Yeah, he gets tired. He always had this thing where he'd have to take breaks. Anytime a fight went past a certain distance.
Doing a lot of posing right now.
Yeah, see, Coach Sia wants to take a walk here and just, you know what I mean, conserve his energy. Oh, Mike going to the body. Mike with the bitch. Oh, and again, now I see how he's hunching over.
Weaver is definitely doing his thing right now.
Yeah, and Garcia looks like he's tiring it.
Weaver's got a very educated jab when it comes to fighting not a great boxer. When he's fighting a slugger, he can definitely outbox most sluggers. He has that skill.
Right.
The end of the round. Let's see what round we're in here.
Okay, we're coming up on round 6. If my eyes are accurate, yes.
Garcia got some nice shots in there.
Oh, body shots. Oof.
Yeah, they definitely got down and dirty in that round. I like that. The 7th round coming up.
How about the old school ring with all the rosin in it? Yes.
Really? Really, man, look at that. I didn't even think of that, man. They got the fucking rosin box outside the ring when you walk up the stairs. Leather shoes. You don't see that.
Right. Oh, yeah, no one wears actual boxing boots anymore, do they?
Rolling with the punches wore Vans in there, man. My brother Roland when I saw him, man. That's a fucking Roland. That's one tough shithead, bro. I'll tell you, I like my brother Roland. Good man, good man. And Garcia's trying to drop that bionic right hand. You got a nice little left hook with the back there. A lot of leaning going on down here, man.
Yeah, like I said, to me, more and more Garcia is starting to fight in spurts, rather than any. See how he's holding on to the rope there again?
Yep, that referee, man, referee's got to be in some good shape to break these guys apart. Look at him coming in there.
Sneaky little uppercut by Weaver there.
The referee shouldn't have to put his hands on you like that. Yeah, they're in the center ring right now. Both have the high guards up. You can tell that Garcia's just waiting.
Yeah. See, Weaver senses him tiring, I think.
Yep, Weaver's starting to time that right hand now.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, against sluggers, he's able to box him a lot of times. He's landed that 1-2 with precision there.
Mm-hmm. Underrated boxing skills when it comes to a subpar.
Yeah. Yeah, like Garcia had good hand speed and good footwork, but he had a gas tank issue and not this. He didn't have the conventional boxing skills of Weaver because he's used to that bionic right hand doing the work for him. You know what I mean?
He didn't really have the international experience until after this fight.
Yep.
He was another one. He moved out of South Africa, moved to America, got more fights, had himself a nice little career. I'd love to talk to Coetzee today, man.
The Dokes fight, to your point, the Dokes fight happens a little bit over 2 years after this. He's a much more experienced fighter, you can tell.
Absolutely, man. And that probably the most controversial fight we'll ever see. The most controversial stoppage. It was like, what the heck?
Oh, the Dokes Weaver, the first Dokes Weaver fight.
Yeah, we still got a couple of rounds in this fight though. This had a hell of a fucking definitive ending.
Yeah.
The referee gave a warning for holding.
Oh, counter uppercut by Weaver. Oh man, them body punches from Weaver.
Yeah.
Just sapping the energy from Garcia.
Coetzee's got a last hurrah in him. He likes to keep him pinned on the ropes. He does that illegal grabbing the ropes.
Yep. So that's him trying to buy a rest, see?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's an old veteran trick. It's not like he just came up with, you know what I mean? I'm sure, I know for a fact old school guys did that same thing, but that's the purpose behind it. That or you feel like that, you know what I mean? You want to pin a guy down, right? That's maybe a good mover. You want to keep him in one place. You always have the hand that's on the opposite side of the ref holding onto the rope. Yeah, every time Coetzee gets a little frisky here, Weaver goes to the body, I notice. And that seems to kind of back him off. See, and then Coetzee is almost fallen into him now.
Yeah. That's exactly what he's doing. See, the referee whacks his hand from the ropes. Not supposed to do that.
Yeah. Now, this is boxing, Bruce. There's a lot you're not supposed to do.
They'd be saints in the ring today.
Right.
Yeah, that referee is getting a hell of a workout. He's got to get in there and break these guys up.
He ain't gonna wear that shirt again. That's for sure. That thing's going right in the trash.
Vaseline, fucking.
Who knows what? Yeah.
Probably fucking AIDS, whatever the fuck it was. Oh, here we go. We was trying to hold him once again.
Yeah, I think Coetzee is for. I know he's still throwing punches, but I think that gas tank's pretty much on E now. He's on that last emergency gallon, Bruce, you know, that they say you have after it hits E. Oh! That emergency gallon just about got him a knockout. Oh, damn.
Oh,
nice uppercut.
That's that bionic right hand. He just tried to pop that fucker in there.
Okay, now what did Weaver do? He goes to the body, trying to slow him down. Yeah, Weaver's hurt this time though. I got to give it to Coetzee here.
Yeah, Coetzee is trying to finish him off.
Right.
And And Weaver tough as a fucking
Yeah, he's trying to do the Larry Holmes. He's trying to measure him with that left hand for the bionic right hand.
Now we're seeing it happen. The ref still has to break him up.
Oh, that's smart by Coetzee going to the body. I like that.
And he's still
A lot
trying
of leaning though, huh? Yeah.
just about trying to knock him over the fucking top rope, you know? Good thing there's 4 ropes there.
Ooh, left hook by Coetzee.
Yeah, Coetzee is fucking winning this round clearly. I mean,
Yeah,
he's almost put him out in his fuck. If Weaver wasn't so tough, he'd be out of there.
Right. Oh man, look at the fans
That's
today.
so fucking crazy. They want a champion, Doc.
Oh,
They
yeah.
gave $2.5 million in 1980 money to go there. That's
Look at,
$20 million today.
sorry, look at the toughness of Weaver fighting back there. Again with the body shots. See, Coetzee, I think he may.
How much is 2.2 million in 1980 worth today? No fool. How much is $2.5 million worth today in 1980?
Oh, you're trying to talk about it. I get it.
Fuck you, bitch. He's not reading me correctly. Here we go. The beginning of. Yeah, they go Coetzee. Coetzee's throwing big bombs. Hey, McSmith, salute. My brother McSmith. This will be the start of the 10th round, I believe.
All right. According to my unofficial calculations, I looked up an inflation calculator, Bruce. 2.5 in 1980 shakes out to roughly a little over 9 million today.
Very respectable payday.
That's a pretty darn good payday. I mean,
for a fucking one belt title holder, Reggie belt at that.
yeah.
But he went into the cesspool and where nobody would go, and Muhammad Ali was offered $10 million to fight Coetzee. He wouldn't do it.
Right.
Fucking
nobody wanted to go. A lot of people.
David Bay was offered a chance for a heavyweight title shot down there, and he wouldn't do it.
Right.
So, I mean, there was and musicians galore, like Springsteen, and Van Zandt is the one who wrote that song. But all the musicians back then, they boycotted South Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, Weaver went for the bag. Let's face it, man.
Yeah. Well, hey, like I said, $9 million is a lot of money.
And we didn't have social media like we do today, where it would have been out there.
Oh, nice combination by Weaver.
Yeah. And Coetzee is still trying to push him into the ropes and bull him.
Just leaning on him, yeah.
That fucking referee, man, look at him. I'll bet he drops 5-6 pounds in this fight. Water weight.
He's thinking, man, I better be getting paid a percentage here.
I think he also got 40% of the revenue in this fight. He got that 2.5 million.
Oh wow!
40% of pay-per-view fights. So it was a huge amount. It was hard to get him down there. He'd already been there once. No, did he go there once? No, that might have. I know after later on in his career, he went there a couple of times.
Okay.
In fact, he went there back to back because he had a popular name there, and the political climate probably had changed a little. I'm not sure, but I know he went there. He went there a few times.
Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. He fought 87, late 87 and early 88. He fought Johnny Deploy.
Johnny Deploy, yeah, back to back.
Yep.
Okay. What round are we in here, Doc? We know. I'm sorry, man. I keep looking at my other screen.
We gotta be coming up on, let's see, 6. We've had, I'd say 3, so we're either 9 or 10, maybe.
Okay. Because I want to see how Reva sets up that big right hand.
Mm-hmm.
When I watched this fight live, it seemed like it just came out of nowhere.
Yep. Katsia's had more moments than I remembered. I'm talking about like where he really had Weaver going. You know, I was like, oh, like that. What was a round or two ago when he had Weaver on the ropes? It was like, oh, dang.
Nick Smith, look at the name of this feed, the name of this show.
Might be a hint in there somewhere, Bruce.
I'm gonna make it real simple so even you can understand it.
Man, the exchanges also in this. I forgot how good some of the exchanges in this were. Like, you know what I mean, where they would both hit each other with 3 and 4 punch combos at the same time.
Coetzee used to bust his hands all the time in training because he was just such a hard puncher. You know, he's brittle. That's why they had so many surgeries on him.
Right.
But man,
now see, it's a sketchy one with him because it's like, okay, clearly it was necessary that he needed surgery of some kind, but did it need to be you said it was a plate of some kind?
No, titanium rods they used to fuse the bones.
Wow. Okay. Just the story, all right? Because I remember in an interview he claimed he either claimed or at least implied that it was bone grafts, which is bad enough. And he did say, he said that basically, the palm of his hand was basically solid bone. All the bone grafts he'd had.
I wouldn't believe Coetzee. I kind of think Coetzee is. He's a dirty fighter, and I think he's a fucking liar.
It sounds to me like he told part of the truth. Like in other words, there was metal rods.
That's what a good liar will do, man.
Yeah.
The truth, but then you slip a lie in there, and he tells the truth all the time. He wouldn't lie.
Or what's that old saying? The best lies have a kernel of truth in them, or something like that.
Something like that, man. But the referee's not going to let him hold the ropes this time. He's
finally caught on. See how he's going from one side to the other. He's caught on to the fact that Coetzee will use the blind side to his advantage.
I'm surprised the South African referee and
he's actually been pretty down the middle, hasn't he? I mean, he's allowed the leaning, right? But
yeah, and you figure the short money that Coetzee is getting, he's getting fucking a 20th of what?
I mean, yeah.
You figure that the referee's going to be on the take. He's going to make sure he wins the fight. But no, I guess Bob Arum said, fuck it, man. Let it be a fair fight. And if I win it, We own South Africa.
That's what I heard. I can't remember if it was him, whoever promoted the Tate Coetzee fight. Right? They insisted that the venue provide an equal amount of equal, whether it was front row seats or nosebleed seats, right? An equal number were made available to everybody. If you get what I'm saying.
White or black.
Yeah.
Many fighters, I don't know many, but the great fighters did that. Joe Louis, he wouldn't box exhibitions in the army unless it was an integrated crowd that watched it.
Right.
They wanted just the officers, just the NCO.
Sorry, but look at Coetzee's nose, Bruce Gas.
Yeah. I remember it was split. It was ugly when he got knocked out. So I guess we're not too far away from the end.
We must not be, because I was going to say it's ugly already, man. Oh wow.
Yep. It's gonna come from a big right hand.
Now, say what a lot of people will complain about this era, right? On into the Tyson era, say, and I would say this: there may not have been like a whole lot of Larry Holmeses, but we had a lot of B pluses. If you get what I'm saying, there was a lot of B pluses up in here.
A lot of parody for sure, man.
That was and that made it interesting. You didn't know who, you know what I mean, on a given. Oh my God, he did almost push him out of the ring.
I remember he was so bad. He got warned. Look at the referee screaming at him. It was WWE, man. I thought he was going to do a fucking like the Undertaker, land right on his feet.
Nice one. Oh, there they are again, man, exchanging uppercuts.
Look at him. He's trying to push him out of the ring. But he can't. The referee's like, oh, no. I'll disqualify you, bitch. He'll say, oh, yeah? I'll fucking lynch you.
The crowd will come and take him out. He'll have to run like one of them soccer refs.
Well, they have to ref with masks on, you know?
Yeah. No. I'll tell you what, this fight's a lot better than I remembered. Not that I remembered it as being bad. I'm just like, I remember it's like
a lot of hugging in here. You know, right
even
now
with the hugging, but I mean, there's been a lot of really good exchanges. Oh, that nose is terrible.
Left hook to the body.
Ooh.
Oh, and that uppercut.
He finally caught up to him. He missed 2 or 3.
That must have been the one that ripped his nose open.
Yeah.
We have it under semi-control here.
Now he's got to keep Weaver away from it long enough for the coagulant to set in. Ideally speaking.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to have that luxury. Oh! It just amazes me the workout that ref is getting. That's like
that's dangerous, isn't it?
A smaller guy that would fucking break his back.
Yeah. Yeah, those ropes are like almost Rumble in the Jungle loose, aren't they?
I think frustration has set into its fullest. He knows Weaver's not getting tired, the liniment didn't work. He feels like Sonny Liston.
The ref ain't gonna give it to him.
Yeah. He's not my friend. And I think the ref is one of the judges too.
And I got the short money. And I got a busted nose.
Yep, it's like this ain't going so well. He just tried to land one more punch. He took that before he threw it. Yeah, they are. I think Weaver is just wondering when's the right time here.
Right. He's gonna find that punch, man. Oh.
Because I think it must be running through Weaver's mind. I'm not going to get a decision in this place.
Oh, he's killing him with the uppercuts, Weaver is. Hey, shout out to the ref. He's pulling Coetzeen's hands off his best he can.
That is not Jack Reese in there.
Right. Oh, there's that uppercut again. And the body shot.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, left hook.
Oh,
wow, nice shot by Coetzeen. Oh, combination though by Weaver. Wow, he survives another round. Bruce Gas.
That's why I think Weaver's really fucking got it in his mind. I think Don Manuel's saying, "Hey man, we're not on home territory here. You gotta knock him out."
Round 13 coming up. Real championship rounds, Bruce Gas.
This is the round. Do not take your eyes off this stuff. What are we gonna see? The uppercut by Coetzeen? Nope.
Thanks for having me, by the way, and I'm glad we're sitting and watching this because I haven't watched this fight in a while, and like I said, it's definitely I should watch it more often. This is more entertaining than I remember.
I was thinking Mike Weaver, was it last night or was it this morning? I can't even remember, but I said, yeah, we can easily do a fucking show for Mike Weaver. He's got so many highlights and he was such a great fighter, and now everybody's talking about PEDs. We're going to show you something that didn't need PEDs.
Right. It starts out fast here, round 13.
Coetzeen gets a little leverage off the ring.
Yeah. Little Sugar Ray Leonard putting his hand on the rope there. Or trying to be. Still trying to land that right hand.
Weaver's got him backing up. Weaver's playing.
Yeah, Weaver knows them legs will slow down eventually in this round. Oh, he's already got him with the right hand. What's it?
He's trying that combination. It's the third time he's tried it. He hasn't fallen. He's fallen short 3 times. 1, 2.
Oh. Nice jab by Weaver. Doubled it up. Yeah, Steve is just kind of pawing with this jab at this point.
Oh! That was the one.
Look at Weaver jumping around again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see that in slow motion. I'm sure they're in slow motion before they cut this one off. This was too set up. It almost looked like a Hagler knockout. One of those short Duran knockout. It was like really
short right hand. It looked like
Joe Louis style. Here we go.
Let's see what. Oh, there it is. Yep. Yep, caught him coming in with his own momentum with the little short right hand. And look at my guy's in perfect nap time position. Is he? Brilliant, fucking brilliant.
Now this was a. Let's see. I gotta look over my microphone over here. Okay. Now this is pretty cool, Doc.
Okay.
Check this out.
Have been very loud. To the point, perhaps, of accusations.
He's Jackson.
Now, did he stop the fight too soon? No one can ever really know the total answer to that. But first off, let us go back and have a look at that first round. This is the way I called it.
This is one of Mike Weaver's
The WBA
last of his championship. Last fight he had when he had the WBA title.
Referee does not vote. 10-ounce gloves.
Look at this man.
WBA uses a
And he goes down.
They open up big. Here's Michael Dokes coming out with a big flurry, and he lashes the left hook and a stiff jab in the face of Mike Weaver.
Boom! Down goes fucking Weaver.
Michael Dokes nailed Weaver flush on the jaw with a left hook. Weaver coming out a bit slowly, and Dokes came out like a raging thunderstorm, and he's trying to get Weaver early. There is always a considered risk here. If Weaver weathers the storm,
now watch this. Watch this
will have to
stoppage.
somewhere along the way find some reserve. He brings the right hand over the top and catches Weaver on the side of the head. Weaver now leaning back against the ropes, trying to cover, trying to weather the storm. 3 knockdown rule is in effect in WBA.
Oh, hell no.
Joey Curtis, the referee, has stopped
That's as bad as I remember.
First round. Weaver leaning back on the ropes.
He wasn't even hit. His
And
hands
Weaver
were up.
is in a posture of utter disgust. He did not obviously feel, nor did his corner people feel, that he was in a danger after being knocked down. It could be that everybody is so sensitive after the Duke Kim tragedy. The fight was stopped suddenly by Joey Curtis. 1:03 of the first round.
Look at Weaver.
Mike Weaver standing in utter disbelief. He was hit through left hooks. The second one took him down as Dokes came out storming. And now the champion Weaver is beginning to show some rage of his own. He
Check
came out
this out,
storming
man.
in
This
the
goes a
first
little
round,
crazy.
and Michael Dokes was storming after him. Knocked him down. He took the 8 count. Seemed in control of his faculties on the ropes.
Uh-oh.
Now we have a melee in the ring with Weaver and Dokes.
There's Dokes' manager with the cowboy hat. You guys see the old guy with the cowboy hat? That's Dokes' manager.
Of the first round. Well, that's how it looked as it happened. Now let's take a look at it in slow motion. We pick up the replay now, 17 seconds into the first round. You have the champion in the red trunks and Dokes the challenger in the white trunks. The right hand missed, the left hook. That hurt Mike Weaver, no question about it. He immediately started to cover. The second left hook knocked him down. Now watch how Weaver gets up as Dokes retreats to the neutral corner. He walks into his corner. He turns around. Joey Curtis, the referee, counting, looks at it. Weaver nods his head, says he's all right, and comes back out. Now Dokes comes to the attack. Most of that is being blocked by the arms of Weaver. There's the body, right at the belt line. Weaver retaliating with the left that missed. Dokes comes back with the left to the head. Now he pounds away. But how effective of those blows going in against his head? Some of them picked off by the arms of Weaver. Referee Curtis is right there. Dokes measures it, scores with a hard right hand over the top. That one caught him on the side of the head, just back of the ear. Another one, back of the ear, by Dokes. But Weaver is looking at Dokes, leaning against the rope, covering, making an effort to defend himself, seemingly aware of what's going on. There is a left hook to the side of the head, and here the referee, Joey Curtis, steps in, separates the fighters, doesn't look at Weaver, raises Stokes' hand in victory. Immediately after the fight, I talked with a number of people involved, including the referee, Joey Curtis. We'll have that in a moment. It's bound to be the center.
What do you think, Doc? Pretty interesting, huh?
Terrible. Terrible.
We're definitely gonna have to go see what these experts on this have to say.
I'm curious to hear how he explains himself.
Let me get back on it over here.
This post-fight tempest, the referee, Joey Curtis. Joey, why did you stop it?
After he went down in the first knockdown, I gave him the count of 8. I looked into his eyes. He responded just a little bit, not the way I really wanted, but I figured I'd give him another chance. And the second time he was taking very, very bad punches to the head and to the body. That's when I decided I wasn't going to have another Toker Sim on my hands.
So you felt the man was, in effect, defenseless?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I thought it was a very, very good fight up to the time that he kept on punching at him. And when he couldn't respond to me after that first knockdown, that's why, again, I let him continue. It took a little longer. And when I saw he was taking more punches, I thought I would stop it.
Joey, I've got to ask this. After
Joey.
Korean fighter, were you under orders from the WBA, from the Nevada Commission, from anybody to be a little quicker about stepping in?
No, they didn't give me any orders at all, except the fact is to watch the fight closely. And if I thought that the fighter wasn't responding with any punches or anything, that's when I decided that I would stop the fight.
Okay, Joey, thank you. Now, Mike Weaver, his side of it. You appeared enraged when it was called. Michael, were you hurt?
No, I wasn't hurt. Those come with a good left hook. And naturally dropped me down, but I got up immediately. I wasn't hurt. I really don't know why the referee stopped the fight. I really don't. I mean, I was not hurt a bit. I really don't know why they did it.
He says that you did not respond as much as he would have wanted you to after the knockdown.
Well, how much he wanted me to respond? He hit me with a good left hook. He knocked me down, and what else can I do? I mean, I was throwing punches. I mean, it's nothing but a setup.
This is the championship of the world. I know that they're having lots of controversy, and I feel like I know when a fight should be stopped. I would have stopped it myself if I thought he'd been in trouble. I always have, but he wasn't in that kind of trouble. They should have let the fight continue. And I'm definitely going to I've already protested it, and I want to hear it on it right away. Before don't fight anybody else, I want to hear it on this.
He was taking blows. He had offered no type of offense. So, it wasn't up to me. I'm just a fighter.
Michael, I've known you since you were a teenager in the amateur boxing. You always did like to start fast. I have never seen you start faster than you did in this fight.
Well, that's one of my greatest attributes is my speed, along with developing and cultivating my power at this point. So, to me, I seen that he was cold. He wasn't sweltering at all.
That's another interesting story about this too, Doc. The referee was told at the end.
A reaction now from Mr. Harold Buck, the Chief Inspector of the Nevada Athletic Commission.
The referee was told not to announce and the new heavyweight champ of the world because they were afraid there was going to be a riot because there was already so much bullshit going on in there.
They'd already had a mini riot in the ring.
So let's see what Harold Buck has to say. The Nevada Athletic Commissioner at the time. Now, Right now, who's the Nevada Athletic Commissioner? We see him on all the time.
Not yet. Oh, God damn it! Now I'm not gonna. My brain's gonna do that thing to me.
All right,
but this guy's the Chief Inspector apparently.
Which of the fight?
Keith, the only thing that I would have to say is that sitting at ringside, you don't have as good a view of the fight as the referee, and at his discretion, he can make the decision to stop the fight, feeling that a fighter is in trouble.
Now, word with the ring position assigned by the Nevada Athletic Commission and the man who
He's
has
the best
seen
ringside
goodness knows how many
commissioner
fights, championships as well as otherwise, Dr. Donald Romeo.
This is the guy who was the ringside doctor for Hagler and Hearns. And
okay.
When they paused the fight for him to take a look at Hearns, he told Hearns' corner, "You stay right there." He looked at it. He said, "Continue." he's more of a fight fan than anything else. That's why this guy is number one right here.
Reaction. My reaction is the fight was stopped too soon. You had no access to the fighter, did you? You did not take a look at it. I did not. Should you not have been called for a consultation? I would have certainly thought that that would have been the proper thing to do. From your position on that side of the ring where Mike Weaver went down, did he appear hurt to you? He did not. The referee, Joey Curtis, said that he took 4 hard right hands to the head, and that was why he stepped in. Those I saw, but if you have seen Mike Weaver fight before, you'll know that he is a very slow starter, Keith. I have seen him personally take quite a few punches from Coach Z, knocked him out with 1 punch 3 rounds later after taking 9 rounds of a pretty good pummeling. I have seen him, and you saw him too. I saw this on television in Knoxville where Tate had the fight won, 15th round, 1 punch, Mike took him out. Mike is a slow starter, and I definitely think the fight was stopped too soon. Now, I must admit, of course, with all the controversy which has happened lately in the fight game, that I can give the referee a plus on that. But by the same token, this was a championship fight, and I just feel it was stopped too soon. Okay, Donald, thank you very much. My pleasure, Keith.
Boy, he did not fucking mince one word at all, did he?
What was that?
I said Donald Romeo did not mince one damn word whatsoever, did he? He was damn.
This is why I like Donald Romeo.
Shout out to Donald Romeo.
Right. Fucking right, man. Like I said, man, he's a physician, ringside physician, but he's more a fan than anything else.
But the answer is there was no politicking, you know what I mean? Or you just too soon.
Yeah. You like the one they had the other day about the fucking phones in the No, can the Apple phone track me wherever I go? Well, the way technology is today, the answer for that would have to be this is a yes or no answer, sir. Can you Donald Romeo? No, it can't. Yes, it can. Mm-hmm. Bro. So let's see what else this little investigation's got on the 1 round premature stoppage.
Opinions of those directly involved in the WBA heavyweight championship fight. From where I was sitting, it appeared the stoppage might have come prematurely. This is Keith Jackson in Las Vegas.
It was an emotional crowd at ringside that night in Las Vegas. There were chants of fix as well as other obscenities. You heard Mike Weaver state in his own words that he thought the fight was a setup. Many questions have arisen since that bout. Was the fight stopped too soon? Will there be a rematch? As Nick Karasiotis, the WBA supervisor at ringside that night, has recommended to the WBA.
What do you think, Doc? Is this guy a crook or what?
Oh, this guy right here, this Karasiotis. He's Crook City.
Will he speak as well as Donald Romeo or not?
Oh, let's compare. Yeah, let's see how straight his answers are.
My recommendation would be for a rematch because of the controversial ending. It's a very unusual ending, and there's been many comments, letters, and phone calls that I've received. And from what I understand, some of the people who've seen the tape, they thought the fight was stopped too quickly.
Yesterday in Las Vegas, Mike Weaver sent a telegram to the Nevada Athletic Commission stating that he did not mean to imply that the commission was involved in the, quote, fix, unquote, of the fight. Weaver went on to say, quote, the sudden decision and the fact that I was so upset led to my unfortunate remarks, unquote. However, attorneys for Weaver have still officially protested the fight and have also requested a special hearing with the Nevada Commission on the conduct of referee Joey Curtis. The WBA has set a scheduled date of December 27th in Panama to act upon the controversy surrounding the Weaver-Dokes fight. Earlier, I talked to the president of the WBA, Gilberto Mendoza, about Weaver's protest. Mr. Mendoza, do you think the fight was stopped too soon?
Well, I think the fight was stopped soon by the referee, but the WBA respect the decision of the referee.
Mm-hmm. Well, I understand that referees can make mistakes sometimes, though, can't they?
Well, the referee are human beings and they can make mistakes.
Now, if you say, in view of the fact that you say you thought it was stopped too soon, will you make a recommendation at your meeting on the 27th of December for a rematch?
I had to wait for the report of the supervisor of the fight, who was Mr. Nick Caraciotti from Chicago, Illinois. According to the report of Mr. Caraciotti,
answer. Come on.
we are going to analyze the situation and we are going to get a decision about this situation.
Well, Mr. Caraciotis has already told ABC that he is recommending a rematch.
What I know about that is the Caraciotti is going to recommend a new opportunity to Weaver, but I don't think he's going to recommend specifically a rematch.
Well, in the hurly-burly world of professional boxing, I guess the only thing we can be sure of is that Michael Dokes is the new WBA World Heavyweight Champion. We'll be back with the champion.
Okay. I got. First of all, the thing that leapt into my mind out of left field, admittedly, was this. That cannot possibly be the same Gilberto Mendoza running the WBA, is it?
No. Right now, it's run by Carlos Mendoza.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. For some reason, I thought it was Gilberto.
This is WBA, WBC, same thing. Nepotism, bro.
He's like the nephew, like Suleiman is.
Exactly the same thing.
Because Mauricio is the nephew of Jose. For a long time, I thought he was the son, but it turns out I read somewhere he's actually the nephew. But nonetheless, it's still nepotism.
Now, what's the fight that I wanted to find? Is this it right here? Yes, here we go. Okay, now, fucking, he came back again. Mike Weaver, he got the rematch with Michael Dokes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he won it. It was a 15-round decision.
Yeah.
Hell of a fight, but I thought Weaver won that fight unanimously. I thought he got fucked. What did you think of that one?
I thought he won the fight. I don't know. It was like, and I remember they talked to him during the because that was like on the undercard of Holmes Witherspoon.
All right.
And they talked to him while he was he was out in the crowd watching the Holmes Witherspoon fight, and you could just tell he's just like, he was very disenchanted with the game, so to speak, by the whole thing.
He went on. He beat his old nemesis Stan Ward. He fought him again. A kind of nobodies, but then he got a fight with Pinklin Thomas when Pinklin was the WBC champion, which was he got knocked out by Pinklin.
Yeah.
We watched the fight the other night. Remember?
Yeah. Pinklin flattened him out, man. That was it was just a bad matchup for Weaver, I think, in some ways.
It was a great fight, but once again, I thought Pinklin, I thought our boy was done. I thought that was the last we were going to see of Mike Weaver. But then this fight right here, this fight with Carl the Truth Williams.
Here we go. Okay, yeah, this is a good one.
It was the main event. It was a Mike Tyson fight. Mike Tyson fought the dude who he wanted to push his nose right through his skull. What was his name?
Fucking Mitch Green?
No, not Mitch Green. This was an ESPN fighter. We'll think of it in a bit. But anyway, man.
I'm for whatever reason I keep thinking him or Reggie Gross.
No, it wasn't Gross. Oh shit, man. But anyway, it was up in Troy, New York. Upstate New York. Tyson filled the place up. It was Wide World of Sports, and he fought Carl the Truth Williams. Carl the Truth was coming off that loss to Larry Holmes, looking like the man, and our boy Mike Weaver. I was so proud of him that day.
To 4 inches. That Williams jab.
Look at the reach on Carl the Truth Williams.
Yeah, wait a minute. I have to straighten this out here.
That's it.
Got one thing I have to do here.
I got to refill my drink real quick. I want to be ready for it.
Not a problem, bro. Fill that drink up. I'll get the tunes on. I want to get on here. Got to get music on here, or else I'll go nuts like I stated before. Let's see. How about some? Yeah, this looks pretty good. Let's see if I can get the beginning of it here on my copyright-free music. There we go. There's some cool background stuff.
All right. Let's get it. Shit! We got the great Dick Justice, Mr. Gigi King himself, in the chat.
I'll see if Dick Justice wants to come up and talk about this fight with us. Let me go into my
Yeah. Drop it forward.
My things there. Yeah. Let's see. Invite. Okay, get that there. Copy and paste that there. Copy that. Get that out of the way. Put that in there. Do my multitasking over here. Paste that. There you go. Dick Justice, if you want to come up, bro, we're going to show. We're going through the career of Mike Weaver over here. The guy who didn't need steroids. He was truly a fucking Adonis. He kicked ass. He just got knocked out by Pinklin Thomas. He's coming back as fodder for Carl the Truth Williams, who people say got ripped off in a decision against Larry Holmes, as you know, as we all know. And so here he is with Carl the Truth Williams on a Mike Tyson card. I have to, Doc, this is starting to drive me nuts here. I gotta go look for Mike Tyson, who he fought on this card. Nah, we'll think of it. I'll think of it later on. I want to see if my memory serves me like it should. But here we go, man. We're in upstate New York. We're on the undercard of Mike Tyson and but here's Carl the Truth using his boxing skills. Everybody thought Carl the Truth was gonna do a job on a faded Mike Weaver, who was in there for a payday, but alas, Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver's keeping him outside that long jab. He outboxed Larry Holmes, for Christ's sakes. I mean, fucking Carl the Truth Williams. I don't know if it was drugs. I don't know what happened to him, man. I'll have to do a little research on Carl the Truth. But
Jesse Ferguson,
the boogeyman. There we go.
Yeah, finally.
Yep. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Yep, I'm going to push the bone through the skull. And it's the same guy that Ray Mercer fought and took the dive, Ray said, I'll give you $100,000 if you take a dive. So they said.
Oh yeah, he got accused during the fight of asking him to take a dive.
Trying to bribe him during a fight, man. Damn, that's things like that just don't happen. Or do they?
Well, yeah, I'm about to say not in any normal sport, but we're talking about boxing here.
Exactly, talking about boxing.
Now, Carl the Truth is another example, in my opinion, Bruce. Tell me what you think of a guy that I mean, you look, if you just look at it, you're like, how did he not put it together? He had that beautiful when he used it. He had that beautiful jab. He had the footwork.
He had everything, man. He had size.
Right, but without being too, you know what I mean, bulky or clunky. He was able to be smooth. Yeah, he was able to be smooth. He had good hand speed.
218 pounds.
Look at that. Look at the combinations he's able to throw. And he's a good, what was he, 6'5", 6'6"? He was really, really tall. 82 reach. But just never put it together, man. Just never had the mental, something pride. I think it always seemed like there was something mental missing. I mean, I was so disappointed that he put up no resistance whatsoever to Mike Tyson, for example.
No, that was Tyson was fading at the time too. I mean, his next fight was, I believe, was fucking Buster Douglas, right?
Might have been, yep.
And here they go. Now they're going at it. This was Carl Williams' big mistake.
Yeah, he's leaning in and slugging with Mike instead of keeping it range. If he just kept it at range and boxed Williams really wouldn't have a chance.
No, this was big upset. Carl the Truth Williams had all the skills, but they under it once again. Fucking Mike Weaver was underestimated.
Yep, past it was what was the thought at this point. Which is funny considering how long he went on to fight, if memory serves. He went on to fight a long time, I think.
Bro, he had a fight with Larry Holmes. His career started in 1972. He had a fight with Larry Holmes in fucking was it 2000? It was 30 years later, bro.
I will look. I remember he ended it with a rematch with
Larry Holmes, man. It was in 2000. And he started his career in 1972. So
Yep. It was November 17th, 2000. And for the record, his first fight was September 14th, 1972.
28 years, bro.
Yeah.
What a career. And even when he retired, even when he fought Larry Holmes, he was still fairly active. He was taking a fight now and then. It wasn't like he hung him up. Larry gave him that call. He says, "Hey, let's do it again." 20 years later.
The last name I recognize outside of Larry, obviously, on the tail end of his career, is he fought Burt Cooper. Oh, check this out. He fought Smoking Burt Cooper in Beijing and got a what looks like.
Doc, we got to go back here.
Oh shit, I missed it.
I know it's real easy to do that too because we're fucking
all over the place. I know.
We're simpletons over here. Let's face it. We're
yeah.
But here we go, man. Carl Williams thinks he's coming on, and I remember this fight. Carl was. Oh, look at that.
Oh, one left hook.
Fucking Weaver with that left hook. Don't you remember that's the one I knocked out? Oh, and who's that?
Oh, that's Perez. He's been around. That guy's been around a long time. He ref a second Ali Frazier. Oh, look! Oh man, yeah. Williams' truth is about to crumble again. Tony Perez. That's it.
3 knockdown rules in effect.
Oh wow, wobbly. Tony told him he lets him. He's gonna let him go.
Hey, look!
Oh, at the 11th hour.
You leave the back door open. Anybody's liable to come in here. My brother George. Hey, no kidding.
What's up, fellas?
I'm gonna I'll get a strike for that. You're known as a sweet man, shall we say, in the YouTube community. Don't ruin your image, brother. George, how are you, my man?
I'm good, guys.
We're watching.
Oh man, Mike Weaver.
Tell us before we get off the air, bro. Tell us what you know about Mike Weaver.
Watching him when I first got into boxing, fight Larry Holmes, and he was the big underdog, so I was rooting for him, and he put up such a great fight. And how could you not like Mike Weaver? You know, the guy with all those losses becomes heavyweight champion, then he gets robbed against Michael Dokes twice. Man.
Hey, are you doing a playback of this show? I mean, you sound like this is what we just talked about for the last.
Well, of course, that's what you talked about because you guys know boxing and you know Mike Weaver. It's all the stuff I would have talked about.
All right, on the timeline, my bro. After Carl the Truth Williams, what did you think of some of the fights that he had?
I don't remember. I'll be honest. His last hurrah for me, I remember the Williams fight, but I remember the Pinkland Thomas fight, and Pinkland Thomas was supposed to be the next Larry Holmes. You know, a lot of people thought he was going to be the guy, and I just remember rooting for Weaver in that fight so hard, and he got knocked out. I remember the Williams fight, but I mean, I don't. It was kind of a blur because then Tyson came along, and I know Weaver was still fighting, but I don't remember much of his career after this Williams fight. I know he fought forever.
Oh, bro, well, the very next fight, you know, in fact, his next two fights, he fought James Bone Crusher Smith in the next fight, got knocked out in the first round, and I was so bummed out, man. I was bumming. And then Donovan Razor Ruddock, and it was a decent fight, but he got beaten that one, and then he's just a name. You know, he was being fed to different guys. Went to South Africa a couple of times, but the ending, man, and Lennox Lewis too. He got knocked out by Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, I remember that.
But damn, 28 years after his first fight, he fights Larry Holmes in a rematch.
Yeah, that's right. I'm looking at his record now too. In 2000, I remember that Larry Holmes was having those old timer fights, whatever you want to call them. Wow, I mean, what a career! I mean, he's a guy no one ever thought Mike Weaver was going to become champion of the world, and he did.
Unbelievable, man. We watched all the fights. We talked about all the great memories of him, and well, you know, I started watching boxing heavy in the '70s, and I watched him kind of clean out the California guys, and you know, the famous manager Don Manuel, and HBO was fledgling. You were working for HBO back then?
No.
I was gonna say
I wish I was. I would have been like 10 years old. I would have loved to have been working for HBO at 10 years old.
10 years old. Oh,
I would have loved it. Are you kidding me? If they would have offered me a job, I would have done it.
Screw those child labor laws, right?
That's right.
Yeah, man. And ending it off with Larry Holmes, it almost seems kind of fitting.
Oh, you mean Holmes? You mean Holmes Weaver 2?
Holmes Weaver 2. Yeah.
I've never seen that fight.
I wonder if we could find that somewhere. Let's see.
I'm only 2 hours and 53 minutes late, I see.
Yeah.
Well, Bruce, you're no longer the Tuesday night fights guy. You're the every night guy. You're like the hardest worker in boxing now.
You know, I love the shit.
Hey,
I know.
Hey, guys, somebody has to put some fights on.
That's right. That's right.
Somebody has to relive these old fucking characters. Nobody does it better than us, man. Me and you and Matt Chad, he's been passing out on me, so I got to bring Doc in here as the old third wheel. But George over here, Doc, you can go now. Me and George will take over.
I have never seen this fight.
Here, Doc, you know that, my brother. Here we go, man. A 40-plus-year-old Mike. How old is he in this fight?
Oh my God! In 2000.
In 2000, he was 27 in 1980. So at 30,
so he was 47.
So he's old. He
looks pretty good.
He doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. I mean, he was an athlete. We were talking earlier. We were mentioning his high school. He could jump 25 feet. He had a 9.5 100-yard dash. He had a scholarship as a fullback to a university in Texas and decided to join the Marines. But he's one of those guys who, when they tell him he can't do something, that's when the fighter comes out in him.
So their first fight, Weaver weighed 202, Larry weighed 215 for the rematch. Weaver was 234, and Larry Holmes was 255 pounds.
I was gonna say it looks like Sandal Larry here.
It's funny. Larry never had like the Mike Weaver body anyway, but as he got older, he got more like peanut shaped.
Let's see it, man. Let's see it. What's Larry saying here? Where's my Oh, my damn mouse is lighting up like I want it to. Here we go.
Let's see if Larry's mellowed with age yet.
I'm in better shape than I were. I will be in better shape than I were when I fought it 21 years ago. 21 years ago when I fought it. I remember that.
31 years ago.
I'm not going to be sick. I feel good. I feel strong. And I thought that with these gloves, but I've been tied down. I don't think I'm going to have too much of a problem.
Well, Larry Holmes complaining about the rough tactics in the first fight of Mike Weaver, but that's Weaver's style, is to put those punches in there, keep the pressure, and if you happen to take a few thumbs in the process, well...
Larry Holmes complains about anybody hitting him, okay? Let Mike Weaver, anybody. He doesn't want to get hit by anybody. Tonight he's going to look, stay away from the left hook and the right hand of
I
Mike
never
Weaver.
saw this fight. I'm going to tell you right now. It's the first time I've seen it.
Also, when I was in the ring and people were hitting me.
Yeah, I definitely missed this fight on purpose.
I remember reading it and I said, now, this is going to be a misprint.
Well,
the more I read, yes.
Well, in 90, Larry was doing these old timer fights because in '99 he fought Bone Crusher again.
Oh yeah.
And then in 2000 he fought Weaver. In 2002 he fought Butterbean.
Singing of our national anthem.
And prior to that, remember he was chasing George Foreman around.
Yes, wasn't that fight? It was either signed or close to being signed, and then it didn't happen.
Well, I can tell you what happened there. It was a new promoter, and what were the figures? I think it was $10 million for Foreman and $4 million for Larry Holmes. Foreman demanded a 10% cash up front, and he got $1 million. I think Larry Holmes got the $400,000, and then the promoter couldn't get the funding for the rest of it, and it went down the tubes. But George will tell you he made $1 million for not fighting Larry Holmes.
Pretty good night.
That is some good money if you can get it. Basically for free.
Man, look at Larry's got that spare tire going.
He's got a couple of spare tires.
Weaver.
Michelin Man was what I was thinking.
Weaver doesn't look that bad.
No, he doesn't. He definitely doesn't have the pump that he had earlier in his career. But hey, like I said earlier, he's 50 years old.
Larry still had a jab.
Yeah, Larry's waddling in there, throwing that jab. Weaver just nailed him nice in the face there. I mean, we were watching their first fight earlier, and Weaver was just doing so well in that fight. He had such good conditioning, and Larry, on the other hand, coming off a cold, taking meds. Hey, Big Blunts, what's happening, my brother? We're showing some fucking real OGs over here, man.
Emphasis on old.
So, Bruce, what inspired you to do a Mike Weaver look back tonight? It just kind of hit you?
Yeah, I like doing it. George, you sit on there all the time now, man.
Yeah. I love it.
Going on other panels and getting over talked and saying the wrong thing. So we've all got our channels. Hey, we can do our thing, and I'm doing my thing right here, man. And I put the feelers out to my brothers to come on here and join me talking about some OGs and shit, man. 3 hours and I'm ready to freaking put the needle on number one again and go for another 3 hours. But dude, that's.
Who was it? It was Joe Frazier, wasn't it?
No. We didn't do Frazier. We did. Oh man, was it Frazier?
I gotta go look at my yeah. Now you're making me my own brain. I gotta go check my subscriptions. Let's see. Yeah, Joe Frazier, I was right.
Okay. Round 2 over here, and Mike Weaver looks tired.
Yeah, he does. You better get some sleep tonight because there's a long day of boxing tomorrow.
Oh, dear Lord, you're right. I forgot about that.
I'm telling you, I cannot wait to see these women, these ladies fight tomorrow.
Oh, the heat's real there. That's
Wow. Mayer and Baumgartner, like they almost fought again today at the weigh-in.
What's her name? What's her name? Mayer tried to kick her.
Yeah.
I'm getting used to it. I'm accepting it, and this is it's the most weekend, bro.
You want Bruce, right? But it's like here's what happened. Here's what got me to like watch it is, hey man, say what you want. At least they fucking fight. Say what you want about the 2-minute rounds. I don't like it either. Say what you want about the talent pool. You know what I mean? We don't have to move heaven and earth to get the title fights, or you know what I mean. The best women to fight. At least they get down without, you know what I mean. All this without 5. I mean, what is it? 5 years we've been trying to get Spence Crawford.
Yeah. Let's not even utter their names.
Oh, it's a dead fight to me at this point. It's anticlimactic.
I'm looking forward to every main event tomorrow. I mean, it's a holiday. It is. It's one of these days where I shut the phone off. I'll probably turn the volume on. I don't think I'll probably go on any shows watching them. I'll just listen to the volume maybe, or turn it down, whatever. But every one of those fights, I just hope they don't overlap each other. But like you said, George, that's the way it is in boxing today. You can't say the same thing every week. Those son of a bitches, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They know it. They know what they're doing.
I think the only fights that are overlapped, the fights from England will be done late afternoon. It's the Haney fight is going to overlap either the Plant fight or the Wilder Helenius fight. It's going to.
And I'll pay attention to the. I'm not going to miss Wilder and Helenius. I think it's going to be a 1-round knockout myself, but
I could see a round or two.
Like a Brazil knockout, man. He's gonna fly.
I wonder where this was shown, on what network it was shown. Was it a pay-per-view or
this? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it probably was some small pay-per-view.
Sunshine Network. I've seen that before and some other stuff. It's usually, I'm pretty sure that's a Florida thing.
I can't believe I haven't seen this fight yet.
Well,
man,
I can see why.
Yeah, you're right. But I think it was, we go out on a high note over here, We leave them wanting more. We watch these two old men hug themselves here, and I know Larry Holmes makes a merciful ending of it. I believe in what was it saying here, that the sixth round. And Larry's showing those flashes. Not that we see it.
He's still got that jab.
He probably still has it today.
He could still probably win a couple of rounds with his jab alone against some heavyweights today.
I don't know if I want to see that.
No, I definitely don't want to see a 75-year-old Larry Holmes or however get in the ring with anyone.
I'll tell you what he would do is he'd mess up some civilians.
Yeah.
That don't know who he is.
I like seeing Larry Holmes. I like seeing him like we saw him at Atlantic City last week, having dinner with Jerry Cooney and Witherspoon and all those guys getting together. That's what I like to see Larry Holmes doing now. I mean, even when he fought Mike Tyson, that was not Larry Holmes, man. You know, they got him off the couch after how many years? Inactivity or months, whatever it was. But in his prime, he was the best. He was so. We watched a few of him tonight. He was just so good, so smart.
A great fighter. Just came along at a bad time.
Yeah, and he just didn't have the personality. People just didn't like Larry Holmes.
Yeah.
He always said the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Well, and the politics just seemed to really mess his career up too, because it was like, I mean, I'm not saying in hindsight it's easier to understand, but at the time it made him look bad. Like the Greg Page thing, he dumps the WBC instead of fighting Greg Page, and then he gets the IBF, and then what does he do with the IBF? He's fighting guys like Lucy Rodriguez and shit.
Yeah,
and it's like.
I
know in hindsight, I know why he did what he did. You know what I mean? But at the time, it didn't help. It didn't help his already kind of salty, let's say, image.
Well, he wanted to get that 50-0, that 49-0, and
speaking of salty, I bet he's still salty about that.
He alienated the judges, and that second fight with Michael Spinks. I thought he won that fight easily.
Me too. Well, he spoke out against the judges before that, and then look what happens. He loses a decision. I thought he won that fight too.
He called them drunks.
Yeah.
I thought the fight should have been stopped. Michael Spinks was out on his feet. I watched that one not long ago, and man.
I seen you watching the first one the other day, Bruce, and you pointed out something I didn't know, that he'd had a injured shoulder supposedly.
Yeah, I didn't know that till that too.
And you pointed out though the way he was holding the right hand did kind of make you think, something might have, it made sense. You were saying. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it was something to that effect.
Oh, true. AJ64, salute my brother.
Yep.
I read that while I was doing a little research on the fight, and didn't realize it. But as we were watching it, and you had that information, you could see Larry was favoring that fucking left hand. He was a one-arm fighter that night.
Second Spinks fight.
The first one.
First one.
Yeah, something was apparently wrong with his right shoulder.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the right hand. He didn't use the right hand at all. But yeah, Larry's breathing hard.
Yeah, I was hurt when he lost to Spinks because all through my junior high and high school years, Larry Holmes was the champ. So when you're growing up, that's like your whole life. So all I really knew was Larry Holmes as heavyweight champ. And when he lost to Spinks, it sucked. It was weird. It was,
man. First light heavyweight to ever win the heavyweight championship, and questionable decision. Larry, you can kiss me where the sun don't shine in my big black behind.
Right, what are the odds of that, right? Like you got first Ali and then Holmes are dethroned by a Spinks brother.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of weird in its own way.
Yeah, this is kind of sad too, man. This fight, these guys are shells of themselves. This is an exhibition. I almost don't even want to watch it, but we're diehard boxing fans. I've never seen it yet, so I kind of owe it to the boxing gods to watch this fight as we pay homage to.
Oh, you want to see old Mike get laid out, it. Stop lying, Brisket.
You know what fight I have never seen from start to end is Holmes Ali, and I never will. I've seen clips, obviously, but I've never watched that fight from beginning to end. When I worked at HBO, I had access to like all the fights, and I remember I pulled it one day, and I started watching it. And after the first round, I just turned it off because I couldn't, because you could tell That Ali just wasn't old. That something was wrong with him, and it to see him in the ring like that, just
It really is one of the worst things ever.
oh.
You should. You know, I went to see it at a closed circuit theater.
Oh.
When that fight was over, you could have heard a pin drop with that. You know, there
I
was
believe it.
probably 8,000 people
Yeah.
leaving the place, and it was everybody was hushed. Nobody wanted their money back. No rip off, nothing. Everybody was just in shock. D-Ray.
Yeah.
I didn't even see D-Ray out there, man. There's only fucking 3 people here, and I miss D-Ray. No, D-Ray's not out here. Is he? Well, if he is, man, salute D-Ray Promotions. I know D. I should give him a buzz. Hey, D-Ray, are you on my panel? Are you on my chat right now? But yeah, we're just watching. We're watching 2 old men make a last payday. I'm sure Larry Holmes, he's a businessman first, but he's a friend second, and I'm sure he knew Mike Weaver could use the cash.
Last I heard, he owns like half of Easton. Larry, that is.
I drove through Easton years ago just because I was living in Jersey, and I drove there just because I knew Larry Holmes owned like half the town, and he did. You saw Larry Holmes buildings all over the place. Larry Holmes Drive, or he had a street named after him. But I drove through Easton just so I could see some of the Larry Holmes businesses.
All right on.
But no Larry Holmes, though, huh?
Didn't see Larry. No, trust me. Now I would have definitely told you that story the day I drove to Easton and met Larry Holmes. I didn't meet him.
That would have been a book.
Yeah, that would have been a good one. Boy, Weaver is gassed. He throws about 2 or 3 right hands around, and that's about all he can muster.
I mean, this is just 2 names parading themselves in the ring. It should have been a 3-round exhibition, but they turned it into a real fight. So, you know, a registered fight. You know, Larry looks like he's doing the fucking Watusi out there, and Mike Weaver looks like he's shadow boxing. A glorified sparring session, maybe.
You could tell Larry Holmes didn't train a day for this fight. Like not even for a minute did he train for this fight.
Yeah, he might have punched the heavy bag a bit.
Maybe. Yeah, it's too bad. They came. You imagine Larry Holmes today. If he was born a little later, he could be beating up all these YouTubers. Like a 50-year-old Larry Holmes would wipe out all of these YouTubers.
You know, Jake Paul would call him out.
I don't think he would. I don't think he, like a 45-year-old Larry Holmes. I don't think Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul stays far away from Larry Holmes.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around. I think Larry Holmes is the one chasing Jake Paul around, going, "Come on, fight me."
Oh yeah, Larry would beat up. I mean, everyone's doing exhibition fights. Manny Pacquiao's now in the exhibition fight business. So,
I don't think Larry would do an exhibition. Larry would want. He'd
want a real fight.
Yeah, it's because he'd want to knock him out.
Yeah,
he'd want to knock him out.
Oh man, I can't. No, I think I read Pacquiao was doing one today, but I thought it was just maybe some.
No, he is. He is. Holmes is doing one in November, and I'm sorry, Pacquiao's doing one in November. Mayweather's doing one in November, and Pacquiao's doing one in December.
And you know what's going to happen after that? You know they'll say, "Hey, listen, instead of making that $10 million, why don't you and I do it? We can make $20 million a piece."
Well, I mean, Mayweather was asked about that after.
They're calling it a slip. Oh, I know that referee too. Who's that, Doc? Mitch Halpin.
Oh, yeah.
Was that a slip?
Yeah.
Well,
they called it.
It didn't look like he gave him a count. Well, 6th round is coming up, so it's doomsday for Weaver.
It is. It doesn't even look like Mike Weaver now. Now that he's got the sweat going, he's all gassed. It definitely does not look like Mike Weaver. But then again, hey.
Oh, no knockdown.
Okay, yeah. That was rightly called.
Yeah, no knockdown.
That's a nice one, though, man. Feet up in the air. Mr. Weaver, come on. Press this button if you fall and you can't get up.
The last hurrah from Mike Weaver.
Yep. Hip, hip. Hey, William Old School, man. Happy belated birthday, brother. But now Larry will land that. He probably knocks him out with a jab, but probably an overhand right.
Ooh, I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful 1-2. That was a prime Larry 1-2. That right hand was beautiful and straight. That was vintage Larry Holmes right there. Wow. Because he's been looping that right hand all night. He threw it right down the pipe.
Let's give him one. Let's watch that one more time here.
Wow.
That was a slip earlier.
I mean, that was a beautiful combination by Larry. The old master.
Okay, Larry. Show us that one more time. You guys see D-Ray in here? I don't see him in StreamYard. I don't see D-Ray in here. I see people saluting him. A couple of times. I don't know, man. But here we go, man. Keep your eye open here. Right, Larry. Right about now. Right about now. Oh!
I'll tell you what, Larry looked like Larry Holmes, right? In that 0.5 seconds, he looked like Larry Holmes. He was the Eastern Assassin one last time.
One last time for sure. And
that was a beautiful combination. They'll definitely show some replays.
And Larry only had one more fight after this.
Butterbean.
Bada bean, bada bean, bada bean. He was a sideshow, man, but he had that. I mean, Weaver's question, did you get my check? Did you get my check? Did you get the check? You know, money's in the bank.
Yeah, as long as the check clears.
Tough way for Mike Weaver to end his career, man. But then again, what great fighter usually doesn't end it on an O?
Look at this. Boom, boom. Oh, beautiful 1-2.
Yeah, he had him off and put him off balance with the jab and then right on the chest with the right hand.
And the professional that he is, he just watched his fucking artwork. He stepped back and he watched it go. He could have landed another punch easily in there. Boom, boom. He could have nailed him.
My man felt like one of them, like those balloon things with the sand at the bottom right. You punch him, he leaned forward and then he fell backwards. Watch this. See what's going on.
Oh.
He Weevil.
Boom.
Forward. How did that happen?
Look at his arms. Oh,
Larry hit him so hard it reversed gravity.
How does that happen? That was just so bizarre. He went forward and then he went back.
So Larry ended his career with Butterbean, and I'm looking at Butterbean's box rec. Butterbean's last fight was in 2013. He lost, but he weighed 426 pounds. That was almost 100 pounds more than he weighed when he fought Larry Holmes.
How does he even throw punches at that weight? 4 bills? I mean,
Well, he lost, so
yeah.
I guess he's still alive though, right, Butterbean? I haven't heard of him
I haven't heard yet.
dying.
One easy way to find out, man. I'll tell you in a second here. Okay, there we go. No, he's still alive. He's 56 years old.
Is that it?
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, 56 years old. I had to look again close, but no, 56. The legendary knockout machine himself.
No, he
The
was
ultimate sideshow, right?
Yeah, he was fun to watch. They would remember Top Rank or whoever. He'd be like the first fight on a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
it was entertaining.
I remember when he first got beat. You know, I forget the dude's name, but it was like, whoa, he knocked him down, and Butterbean got up and got knocked down again.
Yeah, he was. He was what he was. He was entertaining.
You remember when he went to the WWE and fought the winner there?
Oh God, Herc Gun, yeah.
Billy Gunn, no, Bart Gunn. That's what it was. He fought Bart Gunn and he took his head off. He hit him so hard, man. He knocked him into next week. And
That's a great example of what I try to tell people about professional boxers. If you don't understand what these people would do to a civilian that doesn't know what they're doing. And now,
Yeah.
like 75-year-old Larry Holmes, I'm telling you, he's going to knock you out with a jab like you did Ozzy and Casio if you're an untrained civilian.
Yeah.
Leave that old man alone.
Well, who's that guy a couple of months ago in England? He's a guy Tyson knocked out. He was a security guard, and somebody was giving him a problem, and he knocked him out. It was all over. Who?
Julius Long.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be careful. I mean,
the guy got right in his face, and boom,
boop, and that was it.
Crazy stuff. Hey guys, man, 3 hours. I think I'm going to unwind it all, and
yeah. Like George said.
I put in a good 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
George,
send me the bill. Send me the bill.
I'm just getting warmed up. No, I'm glad I caught the tail end of it.
You know who we might have on Tuesday night? Jerome Coffey.
Oh, he's from Tennessee, Nashville, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Come on, I think it's going to happen. So do your homework, man, and we'll have a nice little show about one of the greatest amateur boxers and a guy who went for the bantamweight championship, fought Jeff Fennick, and hey, he sounds like he's got a clear head and he wants to come on and talk to us. So we go back to Tennessee on Tuesday nights, huh?
That's awesome.
Right on.
Hey, you guys, man, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. Peace be with you. Good night.
All right, fellas.